may be tomorrow's Metro D. So let's welcome, from amongst yourselves, Lucky Jackson.
Great. Imagine being in Bravo's car, just jamming this. Are we live?
Not live, but recording.
Dude, Bravo's going to have some unbelievable footage. Or no, Jason's flying straight to Vegas. Oh, that's... He could have reenacted some scenes from Rain Man.
You want to bury Jason in the desert an hour in.
So are we just letting this roll, or is someone going to sing over it?
Did you guys dig Jason and Mel Johnson's show?
Yeah, Leonard, come on. Leonard doesn't like Elvis.
This guy's the first wigger, certainly not the last.
Oh, God.
He's a drug addict, a fat, sweaty slob, from what I remember. And everybody was pissing and moaning when he died.
He was not a porn addict, though. No porn. Elvis was very Christian.
Some Christian.
Elvis didn't know he was a drug addict. Elvis was manipulated, thought he was under the care of a physician. He wasn't the brightest man.
Is that right?
No, he wasn't the brightest man. He was a fucking truck driver. Elvis taught himself to sing driving a truck. He was a truck driver, and he used to sing to keep himself awake driving the truck.
So he's a moron like you.
How do you keep yourself awake?
I shove a salty toothpick in my urethra.
Sorry I asked.
You probably have done that, too. Sick fucker. So what's going on, man?
Welcome back to Delray, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm chillaxing.
Till when?
I just dropped the truck off at the shop today. I had a delivery down in Medley, Florida.
So you could be here another week.
No, it's all minor stuff.
Oh, okay.
I dropped my truck off in Pompano at a repair facility, and then Linda drove me back to my mom's. And then I pimped over here in the Mercedes.
Linda who?
Jesus Christ, Lenny, don't say her.
Linda Lovelace, by chance? By Dale chance?
Jay actually likes the nickname I came up with for him. LL Cool J. Lonesome Loser Cool J.
I am the new LL Cool J.
Did you tell me we should have played an LL Cool J song to start it off?
Mama said knock you out.
There you go.
That is a fucking jam.
All right, we'll go out with that.
Perfect.
Mama said knock you out.
Who are you planning on knocking out, bully?
Nobody. I'm a very peaceful person.
Good. Those fucking text messages.
Some of those mornings at the gym, you can knock us out with your breath.
Jesus Christ.
I must have had some good breath. You could have lit my breath on fire this morning. I went to a little hole-in-the-wall bar. It's actually a nice bar. It's called the Last Resort.
Where is that?
It's right by my mom's house. It's right by the Boca del Rey border, right next to the dirty bookstore.
Oh, okay.
You know where it says?
You know where that is.
You know where it says sex toys?
Yeah, when he was telling me before you guys got here where it is, I didn't even know they still had dirty bookstores in this day and age. Dirty bookstores still exist, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one one of those in- old men's don't know how to use a computer, so. Those old men's.
Well, where else are you going to buy your butt plug?
That too. So what's the meal for tonight, fellas?
What's the meal?
Why don't you tell the Gold Star meal plan tonight?
I got a double quarter pounder, a fry, and a Coke. And then for my dairy, I got a chocolate sundae.
Extra nuts.
I like nuts.
Leonard, you okay?
I hope he didn't do insulin.
He did something.
What's wrong?
Trying to figure out what.
Speak, Leonard. What's wrong?
You know, I learned a little bit about
Never
insulin
mind.
and the growth hormone this week. One of our maniac friends was commenting on my thread about insulin. I didn't know that growth hormone makes you insulin resistant. Yeah. So if you're doing HGH, you have to do a little bit of growth. Otherwise, your blood sugar's too high.
Too high. And you can't gain size. Insulin being a hormone that drives water, glucose, fatty acids, and amino acids into the muscle cell.
Yeah, insulin is known as the hormone of storage. It's not really a growth hormone.
And you're hung up on him taking insulin, but he's a fucking diabetic.
But you know
I didn't know that.
When I was
you didn't?
hospitalized recently, she said my blood sugar was so high when I was sleeping, they were injecting me. I haven't eaten that night. It was 14 hours. And she was injecting me the whole time. I was like,
wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well.
Lenny grips that like a tranny cock. Look at that.
It's been a while. Long while. So.
Well, when you go a little while without dick, you really start to crave it.
Yeah, you would know. So what's up with the Vegas? Come on.
I was.
What's the new word?
I talked to my broker, and I asked him if he would in the middle of September if he'd be able to get me out to Vegas for a 3-day weekend, and he doesn't see why not. I mean, I already go to Texas, so when I'm in Texas or Oklahoma or Missouri, when I'm out that way, he's just got to get me a load out to Vegas. He's not going to get me a non-stop from Fort Lauderdale to Las Vegas. That's impossible.
No, of course.
But he can inch me over there.
Is that a Freudian slip?
Inch.
So you might come after all?
I think so. I think it'll be easier for me.
But you're not making a definite statement.
I haven't told my boss that I want to go. But, here's how I was thinking.
Who the hell's your broker? Isn't that your boss?
No. Broker is like a third party. Like people that want to have freight moved contact a broker. And then trucking companies work with the broker. Because, like if you want freight moved, you don't call a trucking company. It doesn't work that way.
Gotcha.
So it'll actually be easier for me to drive out there. Think if I had to come to West Palm Beach, drop off the truck, have you come get me, take me to my mom's, pack my bags, go to the airport, and then I'd wind up missing damn near close a week of work to be in Vegas for 3.5 days.
Yeah, well, if you can get paid to go out there, why not?
And don't forget, waiting for me to eat my flank steak and inject my insulin.
Right. 2 pounds of what? I didn't
Making
say
up all those bullshit scenarios.
What meat did I say? I didn't say flank steak. What did I say?
You said flank
Oh,
steak.
did I? 2 pounds of flank steak and 2 pounds of potatoes.
At the buffet.
Well, hopefully there's some nice buffets out there. I heard a lot about
Yes,
it.
there is.
Hopefully it lives up to its
The hotel we're staying at supposedly has a great one.
great.
Where are you guys staying?
You're not saying. Until we get there.
A bookie basher wants to meet up with us.
Yeah, he messaged me.
He's got a family birthday that he might have to attend in PA.
Okay.
But if he doesn't if he can slide into that family function a little late, he's going to try and be with us in Vegas.
Good shit.
Jason made his official announcement on Instagram that he's going. What a pain in the ass clusterfuck that's been for me all week. I've basically been the middleman between Johnny Bravo and Jane. It's like being a hostage negotiator for
Like a broker.
for the fucking SWAT team. Dealing with Jane and then going back to Johnny, and then because Johnny wants me to deal with Jane because I've known her for longer. I know how to talk to her, and Jane and I made arrangements to meet at Applebee's this past Saturday night. She wanted to do this face to face.
Because she
Could have been done over the phone. She wanted to do it face to face.
Because she wanted a free dinner.
And a date.
And a kiss, exactly.
I'm not sure I could fuck her, but I would let her suck my cock.
You know you would.
So it was supposed to be me and Jane originally. We were going to meet at 6 o'clock. So at 6 o'clock, Jason calls me up. His mom's car won't start. He picked her up and brought her to Applebee's. So it was me, Jane, and Jason. We're sitting at the bar, and Jason's to my left, and Jane's to my right. And, Brad and I, we always say the mentiest shit always happens off camera when there's nothing being filmed. I should have fucking filmed this little meeting with Jane and Jason because Jason had a meltdown at the bar at Applebee's. Anytime Jane said something that Jason was opposed to, "You bitch! She's a bitch! She's not gonna let me go! She's not gonna let me go! Bitch, you're a bitch!" I'm like, and everyone sitting at the bar is staring. I'm like, Jason,
my God.
I've got this. Fucking knock it off. Let the adults speak. Just sit there and don't say a word. The original game plan, assuming Jane gave her legal consent, because everyone knows Jane is Jason's legal guardian. She must give consent to let Jason travel, or she has to come, one or the other. The original game plan was Jason was going to fly out to Arizona, and Jason was going to Jason was going to drive with Johnny Bravo to Las Vegas, and the two of them were going to stay at an Airbnb. Again, assuming Jane gave her consent. Jane threw me a curveball when we were at Applebee's. Number one, she was like, "No, that's not happening. If Jason's going to go, he has to fly directly to Las Vegas."
Like he's a superstar or something?
No. She opposed him flying to Arizona and driving to Vegas with Johnny Bravo. And number two, you all right there, Jay?
That's actually for Johnny's own good. Tell you the
We
truth.
don't need another Dallas McCarver here, Jay. You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, choke on your food.
I'm not giving you mouth to mouth.
Better than a tranny cock.
How do you know that?
Freudian slip.
Where was I?
First of all, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Go ahead.
I've never called my mother a bitch. If I did, I'd probably be dead. Does anybody here ever did that?
No.
I have.
Really?
Of course you have. Fucking misogynist.
He said worse to me in private when she's not there.
Oh my god.
He's called her much,
calls her
said much
dickhead.
worse than
Oh
that.
my God.
No, I mean worse than that. Yeah.
The one time I told my mother to stop bitching at me, I think I was probably 10 or 11. My dad flew out of the room so quick and beat the shit out of me. Grabbed me by my hair and just fucking whack, whack. I deserved every slap, too.
That's domestic violence.
Yeah. Back then, you were allowed to get your ass kicked once in a while. I deserved every ass whooping I got, for sure.
And I could have used a hell of a lot more.
Maybe that'll happen at the expo. Who knows?
Who, from
it-
Chuck Basher?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that happen.
Jane, I'm surprised Jane sits for that shit, though.
What do you mean?
With him saying that,
That's
that was it.
embarrassing in public.
If that was my kid talking to me like that, I'm like, that's right, you're not going now, fucker.
The angrier Jason gets, the calmer Jane gets. It's an interesting dynamic.
Yeah,
The more his tantrum grows out of control, she just gets calmer and calmer. Like she finds her zen.
It's
That's
easier
the way to do it. That's it, in that one course.
Yeah.
and then
How
you
to discipline your kids was popular about 5 years ago.
You can't. You're not going to out tantrum Jason. So you got to just.
I could.
So
The bedroom bullshitters had some meltdowns.
That's right.
you don't remember them, but you've had them.
Right.
So where was I?
Well, now they're all recorded, so
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Watch them all on YouTube one night. So Jane said she wants to go. Jane threw a curveball. She wants to go. So basically, long story short, without rambling on, Jane is going. Bravo is. Brad's filming Jay.
no, I just
What'd
snapped
you
a
do?
picture.
So,
I'm sweating my balls off.
like it or
You need
not,
some insulin, Jay, and it's your blood sugar's rising. You need the insulin to bring it down.
I'm growing.
that's Lenny's line.
You want to give your beta cells a break every now and then by injecting insulin. It's actually healthy for you. I've done some research as well.
Dr. Person, paging Dr. Person. So Jane thinks she's coming.
She is coming.
Who is she staying with in the hotel?
Johnny Bravo apparently is getting an Airbnb that he's paying for. He's paying for Jason's flight. Jane is paying her own way. And Bravo is paying for the Airbnb. It's going to be like the real world, Las Vegas. The three of them in an Airbnb. So
I just hope this isn't coming out of our tranny money that was donated by the maniacs for filming.
Not a dime.
Okay.
That's all on them, man. We said that from the get-go.
No.
None of that money goes towards them. Although, Bravo should invest in a male prostitute for Jane for the weekend.
He should be the male prostitute.
Keep her occupied. Well, she'll probably try to fuck him the entire time.
Him with his veins, wearing a white T-shirt with the veins bulging out of his biceps.
all finished, fat boy?
Jane will definitely have her vaginal moisturizer packed in her carry-on.
She'll be sneaking into Bravo's room every night.
Can you imagine Johnny's asleep and Jane just slips under his covers? Johnny?
He's dreaming of getting blown by a hot chick. He wakes up and she's fucking...
Hey, Andrew Kalor better watch out, too. He used to work with her and over at LA Fitness in Boynton, and apparently Jane said, well, she worked there with him as well. They were both trainers. She used to give Andrew the thumbs up or whatever, like a little sign every day because they were buddies. And I asked Andrew what this is all about, and he said that it never happened. And
A thumbs up,
but
Leonard?
Jane did say it, like a little sign, like a secret little whatever.
Oh, it is.
Something.
Yeah.
So
Pepper your Angus, Bravo. Pepper your Angus, buddy.
Is Diana going to be staying with them?
Maybe Johnny can give Jason a half-brother. She's too old. She can't.
Nah. That thing's dried up, I'm sure.
it's actually not that old. She told me
61.
it's not that old. Jay,
You guys are
12
close.
years apart. That's nothing. That's the age between you and Brad.
Jay, you want me to lower the AC?
Yeah, I'm dying.
I came prepared.
I think you needed a shot of insulin.
No. I needed to not have the last 4 drinks I had.
How late were you up last night?
Not late, because I started early.
You didn't do a drunk live. Were you occupied?
Yeah.
See, now that he's back in town and he's getting pussy, he's nicer. You see, when he starts acting up when he's on the road is when he hasn't gotten pussy in a few weeks. That's when he starts acting like a prick.
Pussy.
Yeah, pussy. Now he's all happy because he's gotten laid the last couple of days. It's like Jason with his shot.
How do you
Once
know?
the shot starts
Yeah,
wearing
it's
off,
true.
he gets crazy, just
How
like
do you
you.
know? How do you know it was a genetic female? What if
Another,
it was someone?
another Freudian slip.
What if it was someone that just identifies as female? Does that make me gay?
Yes. Ask the expert.
Well, I don't like the term gay. Either you're a sodomite or you're not.
Oh my God, he's going old school Bible. So guys sucking each other off just for kicks is cool, because you're not a sodomite.
That's sodomy. Matter of fact, Kellen Winslow was charged with forced sodomy. He went down on a woman.
Oh, he's done.
And he,
Who's that?
but-
Junior? Or
Kellen Winslow Jr.
I mean, he's
How
a
did you
little
get
off,
that?
but
You didn't
to
have
say
one?
you could face 20 or 30 years because you started giving a woman head, I think something's wrong with that law.
What? Cunnilingus, you mean?
Yeah, he went down on a woman by force, and he's facing 20 or 30 years. It's called forced sodomy, and he was giving her the tongue. Does that
Tongue
deserve
to her
20?
asshole?
I think there are more charges against him than
Yeah,
that.
but, I mean, that's a little bit,
He
to
tongued
me,
her asshole.
pussy, whatever. But
That's not sodomy. Sodomy is butt fucking.
Yes.
well, sodomy is oral sex as well because it's not designed for procreation.
Oh.
And some states actually, I think where Dale's area, some of those southern states had that law where you couldn't orally copulate.
So he's facing 20 to 30 years.
For that, something's wrong with that law.
For giving a woman
It-
cunnilingus against
right,
her will.
Yes.
It was a whole bunch of charges with a whole bunch of
What
different
kind of
women.
woman doesn't want cunnilingus? I've never
Especially
met one.
from Kellen Winslow. I mean, good-looking, attractive
Oh,
man, ex-tight end, ex-NFL player,
What do you
son
think?
of a Hall
You
of
think she's
Famer.
just out for the money, or you think it's...
No, she's not suing him. These are criminal charges.
It's like a Kobe Bryant thing.
Exactly. She might sue him afterwards, but right now
Guilty of
it's all
being
criminal.
black.
I don't know nothing about it. I can't really say, but
Yeah, look it up.
I will.
Brad commits sodomy
University of
every day.
Miami Hurricane, ex-Hurricane, Brad, Kellen Winslow.
Yeah, I know who he is. He's a soldier.
You know what they say? You
He's the
can't-
one that said that stupid shit.
You can't spell scum without UM.
He's that idiot.
Yeah, nice.
I hadn't heard that before.
Never heard of that?
Yeah,
They're
that's
good
one
for
of
a
those.
T-shirt.
How about Ohio State and Urban Meyer? You were loving that shit,
We were
huh?
talking about that before you got here.
I think it takes away the what does it have to do with him?
Well, because he needed to tell someone. It's the cover-up that could get him fired.
What are the bunch of? Now you have to be a tattletale. That's a personal.
You're not
business.
obligated to call the police when it comes to domestic violence, but you need to tell your boss.
It must be in the employee handbook, Leonard.
Oh, when you're a head coach of a big-time football program, you've got a character clause in your contract. If you do something unbecoming of the university, no questions asked. So he needed to just simply go to his boss, the athletic director, and say, hey, I want you to hear it from me. There was an incident last night at one of my coach's houses. And then it's not Urban Meyer's problem anymore.
Right, that's
Well,
true.
what happened to
actually.
Ohio State? I miss the old Woody Hayes days, punching players in the face.
Yeah, that's
Look
true.
it up online, maniacs. It's great.
These guys are more into video games than football, I think.
So where do you think Urban Meyer will go next?
I think he's going to save his ass. Because he did something. He told someone. He covered his ass. Now, his wife is in a little bit more of a difficult situation. See, the woman who got beat up, she sent out a group text to every wife of every coach on the team. The wives of the coaches had a group text going on. So it's out there. You can't keep something like that a secret when you send out a group text.
Right.
The wife...
Remember that.
The wife... the wife...
Shit.
The wife of Urban Meyer is a nurse. She's also on faculty at the Ohio State University. When she got that text, see, I believe nurses have an obligation to report things. You know, they have to report a rape. They have to report a gunshot.
Yeah.
So she texted back, I'm sorry, but I have to let Urban know about this. I have to tell my husband. So there is a paper trail that the wife said in a response to the group text, I have to let my husband know about this.
So he was aware.
Right. So when Urban Meyer was up on media days last week and they asked him about it, if he had any knowledge of it, he said no. That's why he's in so much shit.
No, that's
Because-
why he resigned.
No, he's on a paid leave. He didn't resign.
Oh, I thought he resigned.
I thought he did. So the minute the woman who got beat up saw his ass saying he had no knowledge of it, she said, oh no. She came forward with all the text messages. Said, oh, he knew.
So they can lose a bunch of recruits and shit still, right?
There's probably kids decommitting. Because you don't want to go to a transitional...
It's going to fuck them up.
Yeah, it's definitely not good.
It's good for Michigan, right?
You know, the one thing about Ohio State, they're a well-oiled machine. They can plow through their fucking first couple of games with a suspended coach. You know, they probably got Akron, you know, Youngstown State, the Children of the Poor. You know, they probably got 3 cupcakes.
That's where the main cupcake's from.
Yeah.
Akron.
Oh, yeah. The main cupcake.
Yeah, the main cupcake, who I'll never say his name.
The one that you took a
Trump
picture.
got got him
Andrew
good
and
with
Jason
that
took a
tweet.
picture with him today.
Yeah.
No, a cupcake is someone on your schedule that's soft. It's a guaranteed win.
Also, somebody that has his mother run under the court and is always seen with his mother and complaining about racism, making up stories, people writing graffiti on his front gate and then painting it the next day. And he's having a school for wayward youth. He's opening an elementary school. Well, he needs to enroll himself in it.
And if someone spray painted the N-word in big letters on the front of my fence, I would go out there and put "not welcome" underneath it.
That was great.
Oh, there's going to be a meme of that. Don't you worry. Here it comes.
That was fantastic.
As long as you use a different color paint.
That was brilliant.
Oh, my God.
T-shirts.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah. That's exactly what people are going to fucking wear around, you assholes.
Dude, I wore my bedroom
Jesus
bully shirt
Christ.
to IHOP yesterday. I got some looks.
Oh, yeah, man. Whenever I wear that shirt, you get those side looks. It's funny.
It's not cool around families.
No, you can't.
Little boys are pointing at my shirt. Mommy, what's that mean?
Oh, Jesus.
Shut up, kid. I want this guy's number.
Yeah, exactly.
We all want to be slapped around a little bit.
Oh my god.
Lenny can't stop laughing.
That was one of the funniest things I've heard of.
We can go spray it on one of my neighbor's garages.
No parts.
Get Jason.
I got
Get
spray
Jason
paint.
to do that.
Oh, God.
So, any more recent meltdowns, Bully?
No.
Was it Saturday night you had a meltdown, or was it Friday?
No, last night I got drunk.
Yeah, but you were good. You didn't do any Instagram lives.
Oh, and on video? No.
Quote of the century by the bedroom bully. When somebody sprays
The
spray
bedroom
paints
bullshit.
nigger
Stop
on the front of my house, I go out and write "not welcome" underneath this. Bedroom bully 2018. He runs out. Not.
Oh, God, that would really make everybody happy.
We can write that on Jay's tombstone when he dies.
Yeah, hey, why not? Yeah, you don't want him defiling his tomb.
Oh, you idiots. Fucking idiots.
They'll probably, in future years, centuries, this is one of the great racists here where he lies. Have all the black students piss on his grave.
Jay, have you ever heard of the amazing racist Ari Shaffir? You want to see some funny shit? Look up The Amazing Racist by Ari Shaffir. I mean, they're skits, but
He's funny. He's
Yeah,
got a good podcast,
you
too.
like those. He does some really fucked up shit with Mexicans, let me tell you.
You gonna eat your food, Leonard?
Yeah, once this insulin processes this post-workout liquid, then you go to that for the solids.
So if I drink a chocolate milk after I work out, I should wait like an hour.
Half an hour, yeah. Do you have the low-fat chocolate milk, or is all of
Fuck
it
no,
low-fat?
I'm no cookie cutter. Whole milk.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh calls that what's he called? 2% milk. I can't remember the quote, but he does not endorse 2% milk. You know, Jim Harbaugh told his players, he said, I don't want you eating chicken before the game because it's a nervous bird.
Interesting.
I've heard that. I agree with that.
Of course you do.
Chicken does not have the zinc, the bioavailable zinc, and the iron, the B vitamins.
Like you always say, why eat chicken if there's steak on the menu, right?
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh's a genius. Do you take vitamins? He goes, yeah, I eat a steak every day, and so do my players.
Wow.
I saw that Jordan Peterson went on an all-steak diet on the Joe Rogan podcast. There's another doctor.
By the way,
I saw that podcast. No vegetables.
Somebody-
5 ribeye steaks a day every 3 hours.
What?
Yes.
Who's Jordan Peterson?
Well, Jordan Peterson adopted the diet, but there's a physician that went on an all-meat diet. He says he says water, salt, and meat.
But who's Jordan
And
Peterson?
steak. Jordan Peterson's a
Where do you
psychologist
get
from
your vitamin
Toronto.
C? You need C.
Apparently you don't. Apparently he's working well. I don't know. Vitamin C, I know it's not in meat, but the body must make it.
No, it's not like vitamin D where you can get it from sunlight.
Where do the
So-
cats get it from?
Cats?
Cats.
Because cats basically eat a paleo diet.
so somebody made this. The Triumph of Big Lenny featuring Jordan Peterson.
He's a psychologist.
Trevor.
he talks
hold
about-
on. He wanted me to make sure
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
we saw this. Trevor Schmidt Productions. No good? Did you watch it? I didn't watch it.
I didn't either.
I'll let you watch it after.
Yeah, I saw it.
Actually,
What'd you think? Is that why you brought up his name?
Well, I've seen it before. He's on another, but he's on. I see him online a
How
lot
the
talking
fuck
about.
could you eat 5 ribeyes a day?
He said it goes down easy. He looks forward to it.
I have something I want to show you, Lenny. I want you to watch this video, and I want you to tell me
Oh boy. Oh boy.
that this is sexier than a real woman, okay? You ready? Watch this video. Both you guys. I'll show it to you afterwards.
Oh, she's. Oh my God.
Just watch.
Is that real?
Yeah.
She's
Fake tits.
she's ruining
Watch,
it, ruining it for me.
It gets better.
Oh my God.
It's in Thailand.
Hey,
It's a girly boy.
problem is, I think it's very sexy. I do not want to see the other part. If I see the other part, I'll never do it.
What, the penis?
The man.
I think trannies are very sexy. I just don't want to see their ding-a-ling.
I just don't want to see the man's face. See, that's where, to me, because I remember going over to some escorts' houses and they have a picture of themselves on the wall.
Well,
As a man, it ruins
She pulls
it.
the towels out of the stockings. That's what gives her the hips.
Wow.
I think she did a great job. I'd do her like that.
It's a video that I saw on Facebook.
That's very interesting, but she's going to kill her career by showing herself as the man.
Now,
You'll kill all the straight men like me. You'll kill us off.
he's using the term straight man very
Oh, yes.
loosely.
Jay, I'm convinced of that. The most straight men go after the sexiest trannies.
No, that's true. If you ask a tranny prostitute, they'll say gays are not interested in me at all. Said they want nothing to do with me, gay men. Gay men do not go after trannies.
Yes, alpha straight men do.
But-
My gay coworker told me that.
Yeah.
She
we went over
ruined
this.
it by showing herself as a man. I've been to escorts' houses without pictures of himself on the wall, like in high school. And if I see it's a man and I see it, I walked out. I says, "Here, I'm out of here." I told him, "It's no way."
I wish I
I'm outta
could.
here.
I wish I can tell the listeners.
Because I don't want to see that.
So you're just able to block it out.
Here, Brett, I'll show you.
No, it's just the whole fantasy of her being a sexy woman.
What episode are we on? 33?
Now,
So, just watch.
if you're getting a blowjob and they have their panties on
Yeah,
and you never see the penis,
yeah.
I can kind of understand that. But when you're going to fuck them in the ass and you see those balls dangling down, that doesn't ruin it?
No, it makes it freakier. At least to me, anyway.
Jesus Christ.
When I see the man's face or starts talking like a man, forget it. I'm out of there. And it's happened. Believe me.
Oh my God, that's fucking disturbing, man.
She ruined it for herself, I guarantee you.
It's not a she, Leonard.
As hot as she was, keep your act
crazy?
where it is.
That.
Imagine if you're drunk at a club and that thing comes
I mean,
up.
drunk at a club. If I'm sober, I'd go down on it.
Oh,
But once seeing the guy, it's done. Forget
Hey,
it.
little P never hurt anybody.
That's just the way my mind works. That's all I can say.
You think if we were in the 1930s, they would use electric shock therapy on Lenny to
They might.
cure his aversion for trannies?
Well, I heard they were using testosterone in the 50s, and it turns out they just made a bunch of horny faggots.
Oh,
Didn't
for
work at all.
fuck's sake, Leonard. What the fuck? You're not allowed to say tranny. That's offensive, apparently. Like, everybody has to find a word that they're going to be fucking offended by. Tranny? Why is that, like, offensive?
Well, like I said before, you're going to be offended now, and when them Chinese have you in slave labor camps, and they're cutting you to pieces and beating you to death, you'll see what's offensive and what's not.
So you're
gonna wish
supposed
for
to
those
say
days.
trans or T-girl?
Who said?
I have no idea.
I say whatever I want to say. You don't like it, go and kill me.
Did you see who I saw in by the NBC studios the other day?
Yeah, the little freak.
Hal Sharpton. He's fucking skinny, man. That guy looks like he's on
He had the
crack.
stomach staple deal.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, because that fat porch monkey doesn't have the intelligence. or the
TMZ was
discipline to go on a
interviewing him, and I
diet.
went up behind him.
He can't even speak
good.
correctly. He's an idiot.
yeah, and MSNBC gives him a primetime television show. If that doesn't delegitimize MSNBC as a network, I don't know what does.
Remember when he was a fat pig with that woman's hair walking around New York?
There's some old footage
Sure.
of him in some awesome jogging.
Yeah.
I know.
Thinks he's Run DMC.
Now he looks like fucking Tales from the Crypt guy.
Yeah.
The hair
Yeah, you're
like that.
right.
He's a real piece of garbage. They give that guy. That's what I'm saying. Don't feel bad about taking money for a podcast. This guy's taking money from networks like he's some type of VIP. Of course, Obama had him at the guest list at the White House numerous times.
With Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh, please.
What would
That's
you
an
do?
ugly
If,
fuck.
what would you do if you heard Christina was going to watch Jay-Z and Beyonce?
I can't. It's just different.
Did you guys
She can do anything.
Did you see them try and bait Kim Kardashian to bash Trump and she wouldn't do it? She backed up her husband, Kanye. She stood by her man. Said, I have nothing bad to say about our president.
What's there bad to say? I mean, it's common sense.
That's Lenny's what? That's your number 3, Kim Kardashian?
As a tranny, I'm not particularly interested in her with a vagina. I'm sure there's a lookalike out there with nice packing some heat. To me, women are boring. I mean, you gotta have a wife like me. I would marry an old school Haitian that cooks for you because there's only women that cook, not the young ones, the ones over there. But other than that,
Women are for breeding, trannies are for fun, right, Leonard?
trannies are the ultimate sexual experience.
Yeah, they can bump your prostate with their cock.
Well, I've never yet that happened. Just imagine that. If that day happens, hell.
If your dick permanently stops working, prostate massage is going to be the only way you're going to be able to ejaculate.
Could you imagine? I got lots to look forward to.
Have you guys ever seen those curved dildos? Those are designed to bump your prostate.
You tried one?
No, but it's early.
What happened? You got fucking... She ran out on you mid blowjob?
Who?
Who? Were you fucking owl?
I forgot what story we're talking about.
Wow. What else? What did I just say that you didn't understand?
Are we talking about today? Yesterday? Oh.
Oh, it
I
happened
didn't know
today
I
too?
went into detail about that.
Yeah, you don't remember a lot of shit.
I must have been drunk when I talked to you on the phone.
When we talked last night, you were getting there.
Did you call me too?
No.
I thought you called me about the gym or something. I must have hallucinated that.
No, I didn't call you. I was on a fucking delayed on the plane. I didn't get in until fucking...
You weren't that drunk.
12:45.
You weren't that drunk. You really don't remember that conversation?
No.
That's a problem, Jay.
And I was out drinking beer at that point. I hadn't gone to the bar yet.
No, you hadn't even gone out yet. Oh, boy.
I guess you don't want to talk about that one.
No.
Well, what was the highlight of your trip?
I don't know. It was a lot of fun, man.
Manhattan looks like a blast.
Oh, it was. It was. It's fucking crowded, though, man. And it was hot like it is here.
That's what I heard.
Oh, the city's
And
worse.
there's no breeze. We had a good breeze today out there.
All the concrete just absorbs
Yes.
the heat, and then there's no breeze in between the buildings.
Yeah.
It's
It rained on Friday and half of Saturday.
So a lot of nice-looking women up there.
Yeah, surprisingly, yeah.
New York's one of the biggest cities in the world. Behind London and...
It's so fucking crowded. I went and did Robert Frank's podcast, The
Yeah.
Glorious House of Gains. That was fun. Those guys are cool.
I listened to it, and I talked to Brad, and the first thing I asked Brad was, I said, were you drunk or were you high when you're on that podcast? Because I could tell instantly.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I was drunk.
I drank all day.
Catrice
I'm on
was
vacation.
driving.
No, we took the train.
As soon as he opened his mouth, I knew.
He picked us up from the train
She
station.
didn't go?
Yeah, she came.
There's a lot of creeps on that train.
Not really, no. It wasn't bad at all. The trains were good. We never had a
Did
problem.
you ever feel it was unsafe?
Anyone rub their cock up against
No,
you?
not at all.
That's what he's trying to get at.
No, it wasn't. They were actually good. The trains ran well, the ones that we took anyway.
I think the police have kicked the
And then
homeless off those
cabs and
trains,
shit.
right?
No, there's plenty.
no.
There is some, but I didn't really.
I think.
Yeah, but it was fun. It only it took an hour to get out there, and then came back real late. Got back to the city, Penn Station at 2. It was like fucking middle of the day. There's little
Yeah.
kids around, families and
kids.
shit. Yeah, in the middle of Times Square. It was nuts.
It's the city that never sleeps.
On a Thursday night.
Why do you think they
Fucking
call it
crazy.
The
that?
school's out.
Yeah, that's true.
I heard there's kids going back to school next week.
Yeah, the 13th.
Yeah, it is.
That's fucked
That's
up.
when my kids go back.
Communist indoctrination camp, in other words. It's nothing what the public school is.
When I was a
anyway.
kid, school started after Labor Day.
They got to get him in earlier because Trump's president. They got to get the
We
propaganda
need to
going.
go to the voucher system so that if you don't want your kids in these public schools, you can get a voucher to send them.
That's racist, is what they say.
Why? The blacks can use vouchers too. Vouchers don't care about color.
And they've done that in the past?
I don't. Some states may have.
And what is this every year buying kids backpacks, paying for their lunches down here, buying their go to place and you pick up school supplies for free.
I don't have a problem with kids getting a free lunch.
Exactly. Gives a
Big
shit.
breakfast and lunch. We didn't get that, so their parents go out and.
That's where your tax dollars are going.
No,
Right.
Most school districts run off property tax.
That's fine.
So if you don't own a house like Lenny, you're not even paying for it.
So what are you complaining?
Renters don't contribute to the schools one motherfucking bit.
I'm glad I don't.
Right. If you don't have kids, you shouldn't. That's why I'm for the voucher
Well,
system.
if I had kids, I wouldn't put them in a public school. I don't know how poor I was. I'd work 2 and 3 jobs to make sure they go to a good school, like American Heritage or Pope John Paul or something like that.
If you're paying property tax, so you're paying into the schools, you should get that voucher and be able to send your kid anywhere you want.
Some of those private school lenders are $20,000 a year.
What's worth it?
Yeah, but
If you got it, sure.
People are putting themselves in debt to get their kids out of the public schools because the public schools are indoctrinating them into be little socialists.
Feminists, homosexuals.
Colleges too. Not just elementary schools.
Vouchers would put the public schools right out of business because everybody, no matter what your religion is, would be putting kids in Catholic and Lutheran schools.
That's why it'll never happen. Public school is a business, Jay.
Show me in the Constitution where you have a right to a free education. Show me.
And you call that education? I don't remember learning anything when I went to 4 years of public school. I learned everything in Catholic school.
You're entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Including hypocrisy.
But what did you learn in high school? Can you remember anything? Public high school? I can't.
Not a lot.
Nothing good. How to take GHB in class, huh, Brad? Pass out.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Nothing that I applied in my everyday life at the age of 46.
No.
You know?
What was I doing? Going under the stairwells with the freak girls?
I don't know about you guys, but down
jerking
here the
off in
school
front
was
of
easy.
them?
You just had to show up here.
Jerking off under the stairwells?
And even
in
if you
front of
did,
freaks?
even if you didn't show up, as long as you showed up and passed the test, you're pretty much good.
They gotta lower the standards
Florida
now?
has very bad schools. I got a really good education, but I don't think it's the same in Michigan.
Florida has very bad people, human filth,
excrement.
basically.
Yeah, you're one of them.
You learn in the home first and foremost.
Well, every asshole that ruined his reputation up north moves to Florida. Try and get a house
Correct,
built.
that's right.
Try and get a house built down here. And all the scumbags that'll be on your property.
Yeah, all the fucking scamming contractors.
Yeah,
There's a fucking ton
that
of them
lost
too.
their license up north.
They do
Right.
shit jobs.
Doctors too.
They get halfway through the job and then they're done, and you
Yeah,
gotta
they-
hire somebody else.
You pay them 50% up front, and they never show up.
Right.
They actually had to change the exam to become licensed as a physician in the state of Florida and make it much more difficult because you had so many doctors up north who were losing their licenses, you know, for God knows what
Imagine how many
reason.
douchebag lawyers there are in Florida. Jesus, with all the shady Spanish people.
Yeah, you ever see that commercial? 1-800 call
such a-
Lee. Call Lee. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
You ever
Call
see
Lee.
the Call Lee commercial you see down here?
Yeah.
It's like those Better Call Saul commercials from Breaking Bad.
What about the Greif Law Firm?
There's a lot of ambulance chasers.
He better up the ante, Mr. Greif. I hope you're hearing it, because I'm not satisfied.
Jesus Christ, Lenny. It must be his attorney.
That's actually a guy that plays fantasy football, which I don't.
You're such a dumb shit.
It's not good enough.
Oh, he's giving Brad the same thumbs up Jane gave Andrew Calora.
Thumbs up the
She
a-hole.
gave him the little sign, and that's all we needed to do. He was my partner.
So are you and him not friends anymore, Jay? What's going on?
Why
What
did-
happened?
I don't know. Did they?
Your little text battle with Andrew? What happened?
I'm fine with Andrew Kalura.
Okay, good.
I don't have a problem with him. He spoke his piece.
Do you have a problem with his 650 Iron Man bench.
No, not
At
at all.
24 years old.
There's a
Bodybuilding
little
training.
jealousy there.
No specialization.
I thought it was a very healthy rivalry when I tried to challenge him to that bench contest when he came down here for the barbecue. Whatever. I want to see him succeed. I'm not rooting against him.
He did a good impersonation of you,
Yeah, I
actually.
think he's a lot like Adam Pollard.
Yeah, he does good impersonations. He's very good.
He's a very talented, very handsome man.
That's what a tranny told him one time. Who's that handsome man behind you?
About who? Calora?
Yeah. Who's that handsome man with you? And she found out how handsome he was.
Got his dick in her ass.
So you're going to definitely try to go bully?
Yeah,
Maybe
Reds-
maybe Jane can stay in the truck with you. That would be
God.
perfect. And you can punish her all weekend.
You take her off our hands. Be perfect.
So, I mean, where we go, Jane goes.
No, not necessarily.
Johnny Bravo's babysitting Jason.
That's his,
Bingo.
correct. That's his baggage. They're staying
Why would he
together.
put up that kind of money for that? I don't get it.
And she wants to get on the same flight as us.
For what? The B&B and Jason?
Yeah.
He views Jason as like his little brother.
How many viewers does Bravo have on YouTube?
That's a good question.
Subs? I don't know. I think it's hidden. I don't think you can
Because he's
see
not
it.
going to put Jason on. Now that he's got that second channel, that Vlogs channel, he'll probably put the Jason.
That's called a vlog.
It's called a vlog. I was going to say the
Vlad,
same thing.
Vlad, most of his content is interviewing porn stars, I've noticed.
Who?
Vlad.
his original.
Who the fuck is Vlad?
The guy that's done the documentaries.
Talking about Bravo.
What?
Who?
Yeah. He does all the one that does Generation Iron, all his Bible documentaries.
Who are you talking
Joe
about?
Pietaro?
No. VLAD. Generation Iron.
Never
This must
heard,
be- I know-
never heard of her.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he does a lot of porno documentaries too. Vlad TV, VLAD. It's on.
No,
It's
I-
in Ronnie Coleman. Bodybuilders
Don't
and
know it.
porn.
Yeah.
Dale's in worse shape than Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, Cornelius said something to me on my live today that Dale's got to get hernia surgery next. He might
my
not be
God.
able to go.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
For what?
A fucking hernia, Leonard.
Well, like Jay said, when Cornelius is your trainer, you're going to get fucked up.
Oh,
Right, and you
boy.
break every major
Oh,
bone in your
boy.
body in a little.
Sorry, Cornelius.
Just like you say, you're going to take advice from a guy in a fucking sling and a body cast.
Right.
That was the funniest thing I ever heard.
Cornelius pulls up on his scooter with an oxygen tank.
Oh, his gear program has liver failure. All your organs are failing. You're
Yes.
immobile when this is your trainer.
Cornelius would be training people from an iron lung. Let me write you a meal plan. You get half a cup of rice
He'll
to
be on a life support system, and this idiot will still send him thousands of dollars to train.
You need a booth in the Olympia and a body.
Oh my God.
He's a fucking vegetable. Dale would still fork over thousands. Cornelius is not in good shape, but he's my trainer, man, and I listen to him. I got a hernia, my kidneys and liver. I'm on dialysis, but I'm going through with that contest. I'm on a heart transplant list, a liver transplant. My gallbladder's shot. I'm still going to do the Ruby next year. I have faith in Cornelius.
Oh my God, that's fucking awesome. Oh fuck. Remember when Dale was gonna, the plan was, we're gonna come down, we're gonna win the Ruby. Then gonna get ready for nationals, start working on my pro card.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to that plan Cornelius came up with? That plane hit the mountain.
No, that car hit the house.
Yeah, right.
No, but the phase one of that plan was winning the Ruby. And he got third, not overall, in his weight class. Then he was supposed to
A shit show like the Ruby.
off to nationals.
Everybody said Ruby's a shit show.
Well, it is when you guys compete. Maybe it used to be legitimate. It's not anymore.
Who's the most famous bodybuilder in the world who's never won shit?
That's a good question.
Sean
You
Ray?
guys,
Maybe Tom Platz.
He's won shows.
you guys would know.
He
better
never
than
won a
this.
pro show.
Really?
Never. He won Mr. Universe. He never won a pro show. Even the other years that they say was fixed when Franco Columbo won.
What about the one
should have won.
Jason did the video with, the Rich Gaspari? What did he ever win?
He was king of second place.
Yeah, he may. I think he won the first Arnold Classic.
Kevin
Maybe.
Levrone was always king of second place, too. Because that poor guy, beginning of his career, it was Dorian Yates, and then at the end of his career, it was Ronnie Coleman.
I'd have to say Lou Ferrigno. He never won a pro show either.
Wow.
He won Mr. Universe.
Who's that?
Lou Ferrigno.
No,
Never heard of
I
her?
was looking at something
You
else.
never heard of her?
No.
Hopefully he'll be at the Olympia. I'd like to
What?
meet Lou. We're one of the comic conventions. Cento Mark saw him at a comic convention.
So did Jason. He said he wanted, I think, 100 or 400 for an autograph
That
or
can't
some
be
shit, or
true.
150.
He
for-
charges. He
Oh.
does charge. He doesn't give free autographs, and he says, "Why should I?" Every other
He
Hollywood
wanted
star does
he
too.
wanted a 25 for a picture or something.
Yeah.
And Jason didn't.
Loose.
Wait, hold on. Why would he charge more for an autograph than a picture?
That's what I
That
asked.
doesn't make sense.
But that's coming from Jason, so who the fuck knows?
I don't know, but I've heard even Arnold ripped on him one time. Louis back there.
How much would it cost us to get O.J. Simpson on the podcast?
I have no idea.
Just get him a blonde hooker.
Is he living down here?
I thought he would go back to Florida.
Isn't he in Coconut Grove? He owns a
Present
home
him with
there.
your O.J. Simpson USC shirt.
OJ owns a home in Coconut Grove.
I'd love to have him on.
I love the juice.
He helped all those guys out in prison. He was the referee.
There hasn't been much about
Refereed
him
all the
lately,
games.
from what I've seen since
Not
he got
since
He's
out.
not a
out of
bad
jail.
guy.
He's in hiding.
No, he's a swell guy, Lenny.
Yeah. He's a nice boy.
I'd trust O.J. Simpson with my kids before Casey Anthony.
Right.
That's true.
Hey, somebody's fucking with your.
True.
Somebody's fucking
right.
with your girl, and he stabs him to death.
Well, Casey
I actually
Anthony's
admire the
fuckable.
guy.
What?
Casey Anthony's fuckable for sure.
She's hot.
She still lives in this area, too.
We could get her on the podcast. We should get O.J., Casey Anthony, Tanya Harding.
Carla Dunlap.
Jesus Christ, Lenny. Don't talk about local people.
Why not?
We've talked about her.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Trying to get her on here.
I once talked to her about coming on a
Miss
podcast.
Olympia.
And then I didn't see
You
her
showed
again.
me her at the gym. I think it was you, Brad. One of you guys.
Still looks good at 65.
Yeah, that's right. We were there. You saw her that day.
Can't even tell she's a former pro.
Nobody in that gym even knows who she is.
I think maybe
Couple
she
people, I'm
did
sure.
one or two cycles, and she looked good on it, but
She's in phenomenal.
couldn't have been
she's-
anything heavier than Prima Bolin or Anavar.
EQ, maybe.
Yeah, she looked good when she went on. Briefly.
Women like
What's the winning stack for the gold members?
For
Jay?
the women?
For you, for your coaching.
Oh, nothing beats Test, Tren, and Anadrol. Nothing. I've never done that particular combo. I've done Tren and D-ball, and I've done Deca and Anadrol, but I've never done the Tren and Anadrol.
That's the best.
It's supposed to be the best.
Bulking and then cutting. You do some
You've done that.
propionate.
You've done that.
Propionate master on Tren.
Tren and Anadrol is what put him in the hospital the first time.
with test. A lot of it.
So you don't need to take a lot of
Actually, the second time. The first time it was the clenbuterol with the phentermine, which is high heavy-duty stimulants.
It's real good for you when you're 340.
Well, I was actually 290 and ripped, but I just couldn't take it.
Looking good.
Riding out in the 90-degree heat, just a little too much. Oh, popping DNP.
That shit's poison. I thought it was the fucking clenbuterol that you stole out of my apartment that got you in the hospital.
Yeah, that stuff is overdosed. It's nasty. I still have it.
You still
Very
have it.
potent shit.
It's over a year old, Leonard. Throw it the fuck
Told
out.
her.
Still works.
Are there any questions?
Dude, that
Oh, of
clenbuterol
course.
I had,
There's a lot.
if I would have known Lenny had taken it, I would have warned him because the shit was overdosed.
Yeah, I never.
It was stronger than what it said it was on the label.
horrible. No wonder you had a bad experience.
That
Awful.
shit made my heart feel like an elephant was standing on my chest.
It's in a little shampoo bottle too, so you can dump it right out.
Have you ever had a shampoo bottle in your ass?
Leonard's exit only, right, Leonard?
I think
Leonard's,
I had
Leonard's
almost.
a top.
I think I had a hand. It was a 90-pound crack whore. I think she had her whole hand up there, if I wasn't mistaken, with a medical glove with Vaseline.
You've had several strap-ons, right?
Yeah. They go in easy.
Didn't you have a bunch of black girls gangbanging you with strap-ons and they were smoking menthols and drinking 40s?
Yeah.
That sounds like a
Fingering
good
me.
time. That's what I want.
I'm tuned out of this.
Their friends are coming over.
Fist in your ass by
A bunch of black girls drinking 40s and smoking Newports, gangbanging you?
Let's answer some questions.
Jay, do you want a political question?
Sure.
Adam McLeod from New Universal Order. Question for Jay. What are his thoughts on Trump's son meeting with Russians in Trump Tower and how the POTUS denounced any knowledge on it but now has changed that statement to having knowledge on it?
Ooh, I didn't know Trump changed his position.
When did that happen?
That changes things dramatically because, see, you don't want to know when people are doing things that are sketchy because then you have plausible deniability. I was unaware of what was happening underneath me. So the minute you know, you got problems. You don't want to know. Trump pays, like these porn stars that come forward that get paid off. Trump pays people to take care of it so that he doesn't know about it. When he says, I had no idea that bitch was paid off, it's the truth. That attorney of his has like a $450,000 fund that he can use at his discretion. He's always got can write a check for $450 right now.
The fixers.
Yeah, you pay those people so that you don't know about shit because then you have plausible deniability. If you don't know about something, you can't testify about it.
He knows, but he doesn't know.
You don't want to know.
But he knows.
Yeah, I didn't know Trump changed his position on that. You know, I understand why the Democrats are pissed about that. But if someone came to you and said, I have information on your opponent, let's arrange a meeting. I don't care what you're in. If you're in the fucking gumball machine business or the fucking concrete or bodybuilding, you want dirt on your competitor.
Works both ways.
Yeah.
I hope that answered your question.
Dale's in the gumball machine.
Wow.
So I know I'm a little bit. I can't really answer the question because I haven't heard that Trump knew about that, and it was in Trump Tower. I do know that, and there were like. Trump's son had like 7 attorneys in the room with him. And I believe he's an attorney himself. So there were like 8 attorneys present at that meeting. So nothing illegal happened. I think it's fucking bullshit.
Why did Bravo buy both Jane and Jason's Vegas trip? That's not true. Bravo only bought Jason's trip. Jane is paying her own flight. To Jonah Devar, who asked that.
Look how much bigger Brad's arm is than the old Misfit videos. Remember when Brad had the crew cut?
Yeah, he wasn't looking too healthy or happy.
No.
What were you doing those days,
Low
Brad?
test.
That's when he used to run Jason into the fucking ground.
He still does, but now Jason just laughs.
Right. Jason's finally
Because
gotten used to it.
He knows that's the only way anyone will watch the videos if Brad's in it breaking his balls.
Right.
He's learned to
Except when I hit a nerve, then he'll shut the camera off.
Right.
Brad,
or edit it out.
Yeah.
With that
He edits
bald head,
plenty
you
of
look
shit
like
out.
pure white you-know-what.
Yeah, thanks.
What possessed you to have that short hair?
It was easy.
I think for being
And
a
it's
male,
hot. It's hot here, man.
that's a good
honestly,
summertime male prick look.
Hey, I don't disagree, man. I was tempted to do it this year, but
Do the brothers at your work wear a do-rag?
one guy does. And he's the biggest fucking racist in there.
I can't stand that do-rag look.
I kind of like it on black women, older black women, where I bust a nut on top of the do-rag.
Fuck's sake.
That and the pantyhose are standard equipment for my little sessions.
What do you think about their pubic hairs, those coily little fuckers?
You get used to them.
You get used to him. Jesus Christ.
Ask Lenny and Jay about the Valentine's Day Massacre workout Urban Meyer has his players do.
Never heard of it.
You, Lenny? No?
Urban Meyer, a known douchebag.
Yeah, he's burnt out. He had to leave Florida. Chuck Noll said burnout is bullshit. Do you get burnt out wiping your ass? No, you got to do it. I'm burnt out. Well, go ahead and fucking die, Urban.
Oh, Leonard.
How much are they paying you?
You know, you can't spell cocksucker without OSU.
Well, here's one for me. I like when I get questions. Question for Prince. How do I keep a woman around for the deed without getting the complicated bullshit? I would say avoid, number one, if all you want to do is get laid, try to avoid at all costs having her come to your place. Try not to let her know where you live. Either get a hotel room or go to her place. That way you have the freedom to leave anytime you want. You don't have to worry about trying to get rid of somebody wanting to spend the night.
No cuddling?
If you want to get really fucking drastic, you can give her a fake name. You can give her a fake occupation. You can conceal whatever information you want. It just depends what you're looking for. It sounds like you said, all you want to do is get laid. Then don't let your worlds collide. Handle the business at her place or get a hotel room. If she asks why she can't go to your place, say you live with roommates, make up some bullshit excuse.
Say you live with your mom. That always gets you pussy.
Perfect. If she's allergic to cats, say you have 8 cats. Just depends
That's
how much.
what Andrew Calora's excuse is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends how much of a conscience you have and how much you're willing to bullshit to keep her at bay. That's totally up to you.
Speaking of Calora, here's a question from one of his cats, Bootsy Calora.
Are you serious? Is that a new Instagram?
Somebody created Bootsy Calora. Ask Jay how much did it cost to get his ferret certified to be his service animal for his social anxiety.
Dude, I do not like ferrets. You ever been around one?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those either.
They fucking stink.
I once knew someone who had.
Yeah.
Another cookie cutter pet choice.
You know, a friend of mine in college.
By the wayside.
A friend of mine in college had a ferret. We fucking filled up a bong chamber with smoke and fucking stuck its head in the bong.
Oh, nice. We used to always get animals high. The dogs are the easiest because they come right over, you blow it, and their nose is so sensitive, they get high real quick.
I had a dog that really liked beer. Dog will drink a beer.
Oh, yeah. My sister's dog loves beer. He's a little fucking chowini.
You know who else loves beer? Horses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say whores.
Horse, too. No, but a horse will love a big bucket of beer. Good for their coat, too.
Don't fall in, Leonard.
What was that?
Doing deadlifts.
Those aren't deadlifts.
What is it?
I don't know what the name is. He's crippled. You gonna poop?
What'd you train today, Lenny? Back or legs?
Back. Well, I did rack deadlifts and rows up.
Do you have a hard time wiping your ass?
No.
I have a very
When I
hard
was
time.
400
He doesn't wipe his
yeah,
ass. He
there
just
we go.
jumps in the shower and fucking hoses it off and
I-
drags it around his house. That's why he's got
that's
shit
right.
all over the fucking floor. He doesn't use a towel at home. That's why his floor looks like that.
He gets out naked, dripping wet, and just walks
Yes.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Answer the door.
He doesn't have a towel.
Why does? How do you not dry off with a towel?
It's because it's Leonard.
I enjoy a nice towel. Well, what I
I don't know what to tell you, Jay.
He just doesn't use towels.
they're soft, they're warm.
He just drip dries and then
Right.
puts his
Put
slippers
his clothes
on.
right over it.
Puts his slippers on and just walks around.
Yep.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't put his socks on with wet feet, does he?
I don't think he can put socks on. It takes a long time.
You know, sometimes when I get out of the shower, I like to lay down on my bed. I'll lay that towel down so I don't get my bed wet.
Good to know, Jay. I like to know your
Yeah.
fucking shower
I
routine.
like to sprawl out naked like Jesus on the cross.
Put the fan on high.
yeah.
Cool off your balls and your chode. Can you ask the Motorcity Madman what he thinks about his first love cucking him back in high school and if he's been in contact with her? Did you release that on a live too?
I don't think so.
Did that really happen?
I don't think so.
Your first girlfriend cucked you in high school?
No.
You know it's something that slipped out on a drunk live.
I don't know.
Now know he's thinking.
Someone's going to try to find it on YouTube.
Cucking is when you date a girl and you don't fuck her. That happened to me a couple times, but I mean,
You got friend zoned it.
right?
Did you watch her getting fucked?
No,
Okay.
and I did not lick any cream pies.
Well, maybe.
At least none that I know of. I'm sure
I won't get into that.
Hey, you've probably done so much shit you don't remember that you don't even want to know.
Look, think of how many guys out there have licked cream pie not knowing.
Yeah.
Ask the lonesome loser what accessory movements are best for building the big 3 lifts.
And he's been in there for way too long.
Well, for bench press, you want to do inclines and close grip bench. Some sort of military pressing, whatever your preference is. For the squat, I like the hack squat and the leg press. For the deadlift, you got to do some bent over barbell rows if you want a big deadlift. I like the reverse hyperextension machine to build up your lower back and your hamstrings.
Leonard does that on back day, yeah?
No, the reverse hyper.
Oh, the
Where
reverse.
instead of lifting your upper body, you're lifting your legs. Your chest stays on the pad, and you're lifting your legs. That's
So your Achilles tendons are going toward the ceiling.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's just like doing a back hyperextension,
I get
but
it.
it's reverse. You're lifting your legs, not your upper body.
I get it.
That is a West Side barbell staple. For
You gonna
injury
drink that
prevention.
shake?
Yeah. And I also love seeing women in tight leggings do that in the gym.
Oh, Lenny's getting into his fries. Cold fries suck.
And it's all about the.
Can't put them in the microwave.
It's
They'll
all about the
soggy.
growing.
Exactly, they're not the same.
One
It's just like you can't microwave Chinese food. It doesn't
Yeah.
taste as good.
Chinese food, you might as well throw it in a frying pan and heat it up the old-fashioned
Yep.
way. You know, one of my friends from high school, who will remain anonymous,
Why?
he called me up one day, just out of the blue. Called me up one day out of the blue,
You know you had friends.
and he said, "Have you ever noticed African American people are always just driving around eating French fries?" And I thought about it, and I'm like,
As I look at Lenny eating French fries.
"Yeah, that's what made me think of it." But
Especially women.
the African American is always eating French fries behind the driver's seat,
Always.
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 Anytime they get in their car, they hit a drive-through and get fries. Next time you're out for a drive, start counting the times you see him eating French fries.
What is an African American anyway? Who invented that term?
Well, that isn't the word he used. I was just churching it up a little bit.
A friend, huh? I've never noticed that, Jay.
Well,
Now I'll pay
He
attention.
lives near the Detroit city limit, so he gets to observe them in their natural habitat.
I'd like to observe some New York, Detroit 10-10-10s in their street habitat.
There was fucking women walking around Times Square in thongs with their tits painted. That's it.
Probably trannies.
On heels. No, they
You don't
weren't.
know. You don't know that.
On
You could-
heels, not in them.
You could tell.
Can't tell if they're a tranny or not. I guarantee you.
They can pull their dick backwards with duct tape.
Not the ones I saw.
Brad, you can never tell these.
Some of them are very good at concealing the cock. You don't know till it's in your face.
Even if it's a 10-incher, I've seen them conceal it.
Speaking from experience, Jay.
Lenny, how many 10-inch dicks are there in the real world?
I've only been with 3.
You've only been with 3 what?
10-inch dicks.
That's a huge dick. Get out a ruler right
I've
now.
had black trannies tell me I had a big dick, and you've seen mine.
They're just trying to make you feel good, obviously.
Ask,
Ain't no white man dick that big.
ask Lenny, what are Lenny's first words to Jay Cutler if he talks to him at the Mr. O?
Jay, it's a wonderful pleasure to see you. Now, where do I find the trannies? And I know you know. And I want that filmed.
You got to step on his sneakers and get him dirty.
Oh,
He would
boy.
cry like a little girl.
Those would cause fights. You step on somebody's shoe in school, they're fighting.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Lenny, did Lenny ever think in a million years that he would be such an influence to men throughout the United States?
Well, you see the guys that are so-called influences. It's not hard for anybody to be an influence. You have to stand by your convictions and show everyone what the truth is and how you're being brainwashed. Anybody can do the job. It just takes the balls to step up and do it. And I'm not going to ever silence myself or my whatever I say, and to the point of torture. You know, I'm sure I'll be tortured one day. I know that's coming. I'm trying to find out how I can make it a sexual turn-on for myself. So I get the last laugh. I'll be
Salty toothpicks in your urethra.
Hey.
Keep adding a toothpick by toothpick until you bleed.
Salty toothpicks. I never heard that before.
You're a demented fuck.
How many salty toothpicks do you think you could take in your dick hole?
Well, anybody want to?
I say you could do 2 dozen easily. 24 toothpicks is only about that big around.
I saw something online. A guy had a garter snake in his dick hole. Deep.
That's fucked up.
Face first.
What?
Yep. Some sick people out there.
Would you ever put a gerbil in your ass?
Apologies for the chewing into the mic.
I think that's a Freudian slip.
You actually have to think about that,
I'm going to
Leonard?
put a gerbil in my ass by the name of Dale Chance next year at the Ruby. What do you think about that, Dale? Another surgery? Is this another publicity stunt or an excuse or what?
It's one of Cornelius's training methods. Cornelius believes in tearing the tendon from the bone, and then you have the surgeon reconnect it bigger and stronger.
With more symmetry. I see what's going on.
Yeah, Cornelius is doing tendon reattachment therapy. Give himself better symmetry.
Yeah, he said, Dale, your stomach is way too big. I got an idea. I think you hit the nail on the head, Jay.
You fucking guys.
Dale should get his lower ribs removed.
So he can suck his own dick. He probably would suck his own dick.
You would if you could. Everybody would if they could, right or wrong.
Well, when he goes on those canned deer hunts, there's no time to really hunt, because you know what they're really doing? They're butt fucking each other. They butt fuck each other for about 3 days. Then before they go home, they let the deer out of the cage and they shoot it.
No wonder why he told me you were begging to go with him on one of those.
For the deer meat or the butt fucking?
Both.
Fuck the deer meat.
This Donkey Kong Fitness keeps asking me thoughts on the culture of critique. No, I did not read that book. Did you read that book?
I haven't read a
Did you read
book
it?
since the 8th grade.
Yeah. Dude, when I start reading, I fucking fall asleep.
Yeah.
It puts me right to sleep.
They
Even if
invented
it's something
Cliff
good.
Notes for guys like me.
Yeah, what were those books called?
Which ones?
The cheap books.
Cliff
Something
Notes?
for
Cliff Notes.
something for dummies. Algebra for dummies and all that shit.
You're talking about Cliff Notes?
No, he's talking about books for dummies. PCs.
That's what it's called. It's a line of books that's, all the, curriculum for dummies.
Like I could get economics for dummies, read that one book, and I would know more about Barack Obama than Barack Obama.
Yeah, I've seen that.
There's a
think there
bodybuilder
is
for
one.
dummies. Yeah.
Is it really?
Written by who?
Dale Chance.
Brad just gave Jay the bounce pass for the layup.
Dale loves when you talk about him. Dale Super Chance. He'll be at the Olympia even with the
Lucky Charms
with
Chance.
with staples in
Dicks
his.
are magically delicious.
He'll have staples in his hernia out there.
Well, I can see him out there, honestly.
Yeah, we'll have a good time.
He'll show you his legs.
So we got the expo tickets too.
Yeah, they're bought. We're good to go.
We have a booth.
No.
Booth is probably a couple grand.
You guys,
Maybe Lou will get a booth.
you just stand there manning a booth. That's no fun.
No,
you
you
want
pay fucking whores to wear your clothing, and they stay in the booth.
And you give out free samples.
Right.
I read that email you sent me about that.
Yeah,
The
it's interesting, right?
It's huge, the convention
DJ
center.
have a booth?
Oh, yeah, they always do, every year.
He's got some harlots that work his booth.
I guess they sit, all the companies that are there, you walk out of there with free Jason will have to bring a backpack and a duffel bag, all the shit he's going to fucking
I hope they had like the Arnold Classic 10 years ago where they had Potion 9 samples of 1 ounce.
Jesus Christ.
So everyone was fucked up that year.
That's a great idea. So we'll go to every booth looking for Potion 9, Leonard.
Or an equivalent, maybe a new release. I hope they do.
Well, maybe somebody will message us on what company will provide that.
I think the Arnold in Columbus, Ohio would be more fun, even though Columbus is a shithole.
Maybe we'll do that next year and you can fucking bitch out for
back
that
out
one,
on
too.
that one, too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Make up more excuses.
They may have a.
Well, I'm going to have to follow Lenny to LeBron's house.
Oh, my God. Right, to spray paint "not welcome" on his fence.
Or you can apply to become a teacher at his school. How about that?
LeBron's opening a school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't read about
It's
that?
all,
That's what we
instead
talked about at the
instead of
beginning.
throwing these little fuckers in jail, they all want to put them in school. Give me a fucking break at our taxpayer expense.
Show me in the Constitution where the descendants of our freed slaves deserve school.
Oh, my fucking God. You guys are fucking too much. The bedroom bigot is here.
Don't forget about free health care.
Thank God for the sickle cell.
Jesus Christ.
What? You don't want to pay a 70% income tax rate to subsidize that?
No. I don't think we should pay any income tax.
They don't in Puerto Rico.
You know, before the income tax, I believe...
That's why they don't want to become a state.
Right.
Before the income tax, I believe the federal government ran on money raised by tariffs. So we didn't have an income tax till, what, 1919?
You're the fucking history major.
Yeah.
Why are you asking me?
Oh, coincidentally...
No, I'm not going to fact check
I believe
you.
it was
I really don't give a shit.
1919, because coincidentally the first year of the income tax was the year the Federal Reserve was funded. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, then they come the Russian Revolution. Ding, ding.
Yeah. The progressive President Woodrow Wilson really fucked this country up. Most racist president ever, and he was a Democrat.
Interesting.
The whole Klan were Democrats in the 1800s.
History.
Yeah, the Ku Klux Klan was the militant wing of the Democratic Party in the South.
Keep going. People like this information. They like when you guys talk history, especially you.
I don't think they teach history in school anymore.
Hell no.
You're qualified to be a teacher, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't have a Florida certificate.
That's pretty scary. Imagine Big J being your teacher.
Yeah.
Be better in these freaking, you know what's teaching that white racism for the last two centuries.
You know, the problem with the public schools, one of them at least, masculinity is frowned upon in public schools.
That's a big thing now. It's fucking ridiculous.
Women and men are
You
the
know,
same.
You can criticize these kids because you look at these young boys now. They got long hair, they got pale skin, they got no muscles,
Tight jeans.
Yeah, because they wanna be a cookie cutter because they don't want to stand out. Because if they tried to be masculine and stand out, they would be harassed. So they try and look like fucking women.
I saw one today. Pulled up in front of the office. Oh my God. Total wuss.
No, the boys are going with that androgynous look where you can't really tell if it's a man or a woman, just so that they blend in. They don't want to be harassed. They don't want to be picked on. They want to blend in.
That's the way PJ Bond talks, trying to blend in.
Oh my God.
Don't know if he's a man or a woman.
You think he's handsome?
Yeah, he looks, physically he looks like a man, but verbally it's a little bit,
You think he's a little light in the loafers?
yeah.
Don't you love how he says that so matter of fact? Yeah. Well, most of you bodybuilders are half fags. We've talked about this.
Is from the excessive amounts of male hormones that changes their body.
Parading on stage in a fucking thong.
I think some of them literally are turned on by them.
I think there's some animal. It might be gorillas. They all turn homosexual in captivity.
Where'd you hear that?
On television, believe it or not. So I don't know if I can believe it.
Well, maybe they're putting all male gorillas in the same cage with no female, so they have no choice.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of.
I think it was
Well, I
gorillas.
think that's what he said.
They're separating them by gender, so they're like when men are in prison, they want a blowjob. Only mans are there.
They're saying they're hard. Some of these endangered species, it's hard to keep the species alive, even when they put them in a cage with a female. They're not interested. They become homosexual in captivity.
Huh. Here's a fun fact for you, if it's a fucking fact.
I hope
Some scientists believe that homosexuality is in our DNA to decrease the population during times of droughts and famine.
That's a very good point. That's possible.
Well, the droughts and famines themselves would lower the population.
Right. Well, so the homosexuality would reduce the population before.
So they can be thirsty and...
And obviously
never
AIDS
mind.
and some of those deadly...
You'd think you'd want a nice, cold, refreshing drink after having a cock in your mouth. Would you rather have...
Jay's full of Freudian slips tonight.
No, but I mean, wouldn't a nice glass of ice water after you suck some dick?
What I usually do is just drink some piss.
Oh,
fucking
Leonard.
hey, man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, piss will wash down the shit after you've been rimming.
Yeah, disinfectant.
Yeah, with the ammonia in the piss,
I
right?
think I never had a problem.
Right, if you're...
Whew.
Vera just, that was the last step in that video.
Hector? I will always correct him when he says Vera.
Hector. Oh, my
I
God.
wouldn't mind seeing her again under different circumstances.
She was very ugly.
No, she was hot.
Jesus Christ.
She was aggressive. She was tough.
Not really.
Yeah.
I'd rather see you get hit harder.
Yeah, me too.
If there was no camera on, she probably would have done a lot more.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
Andrew Calora, the way he was looking at me while it was being done.
Was he watching it?
Yeah, he was.
You can hear his voice in the background.
I didn't know he was
He was fixated. I didn't know what to think.
Wonder if he got an erection.
And we've shared
God.
many women.
Well, I'm glad you two are staying in the same room, so he's
That
gonna...
was always my thing. I said, a real friend shares his woman. Brad?
What if the woman doesn't want to be shared?
She
not up to
does.
her.
She
No,
does.
she
It's
does
you.
not.
It's not her. It's you.
course
Sometimes
I'm
they
not
have to be convinced of
I'm
what
not
they
a
want.
fucking Neanderthal like you cocksucker. Get your own
You're just
female.
a boring...
There's plenty of women out there. What do you want your friend's woman for?
A real friend shares his
Biker
woman.
gangs share women.
Well, we're not in a
But it's
fucking
usually a
biker
form of
gang.
discipline when they've misbehaved.
Another generalization there.
Yeah, like getting crucified out in the Everglades. I've heard the stories.
No, they'll just if the bitch has been bad, they'll gangbang her. Teach her a fucking lesson. You want to be a dipshit? Well, you're going to get fucked by everybody in the club.
Sounds like you're interested.
Where do I sign up?
What do you big men think about Brian Shaw, 4-time world's strongest man?
I like watching that guy eat breakfast. He eats like a dozen eggs.
That's what Leonard eats.
Same results, too. Look.
Brian, you're a little bit of a cookie cutter for my taste. You don't have that aggressive instinct. You're too nice, Brian. Brian. Yeah, crying Brian. If I see you at that expo, I want you to get in your stance. I want to see what you got.
Jesus Christ.
I heard you were an ex-basketball player. You're fucking 6'8", 400, and you're jumping around like those fucking porch monkeys. What the fuck is your problem?
Jesus Christ. You just can't help yourself.
It's true. When you go meet Phil Heath, you're all smiles and kissing his ass. You dwarf the fucking guy. You should get in his face and humiliate him. You go meet Jay Cutler, same result.
How tall is Jay Cutler? Like 5'8"?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. He took a picture with Jason a couple years ago, and he wasn't much taller than Jason. So, yeah, 5'8", 5'9".
Oh, yeah, he runs up to Jason. Let's see if he runs up to me and takes a picture. We'll see.
I don't think he ran up to Jason. I'm pretty sure Jason ran up to him.
When did Jason meet Jay Cutler?
I think at PJ's opening to that store that he had.
Well, the one where Eduardo shoot him away?
Yeah, I think that was...
Was Branch Warren a shorty?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's short.
5'6", 5'5".
Wow. Built like Dale Chance.
Dale Chance is actually a lot more handsome than Jay Cutler. If you look at that picture of those two with Christina, which I don't particularly like, he's much more handsome than Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Much more.
Sorry,
Christina.
I didn't see Christina this weekend, Leonard.
Did you look?
Dude, there's so many people there.
Oh, is she in New York City
There's
now?
only one Christina, Brad.
Yeah, well,
She lives in New York now?
who knows? The last known address that we received was New York City. And
Yeah, but that was when she was in school. She was a teacher also.
Oh, so who the fuck knows?
I heard she's living with a black guy.
No way. Not a chance. I can guarantee you that. No, she's with an Italian guy that...
Would you go down on her after she had a load shot in her by a black guy?
No, it's not that type of thing with her.
What if she said, Lenny, please clean me?
I would. I mean, if she said that, I would, but...
You know what? Speaking of Christina Broccolini,
You're a sick fuck.
I have a theory. I'm glad I thought of it. I think Brad is Jay's Christina Broccolini.
Oh, fuck.
Like there's no sexual, but I do love him.
Yes. he is your spiritual, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's sexual.
Like when you're... She makes you happy. Like if I sit around and think about her,
No,
I feel
Brad,
uplifted.
Brad is that devil on my... Brad is that little devil sitting on my shoulder that's always saying, don't be a pussy. Have a beer, you pussy.
Yeah, pop this, smoke this, inject this.
Don't be a pussy.
Shut your mouth.
He's your spiritual advisor, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Yeah.
World according to Brad, don't be a pussy.
And I'm the guy on Brad's
I'm
show
glad you got the
saying,
message.
I know you're getting a hard on from that tranny, you liar. That's why when you show him tranny porn, he refused to look because he's getting a hard on.
I don't mind tranny porn. I like all porn. I'm not big on those throw-up blowjobs. That's a little disturbing.
I mean, ghetto gaggers?
Yeah.
And here come the Johnny Bravo texts. Hold on.
Jane is probably fucking killing him.
Well, Jason told me that she's gonna be his bitch for the weekend. She's gonna be his cameraman. She's gonna cook him meals. She's coming. She's doing everything.
You know, she likes to gamble.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. She's a gambler. She was telling me about it.
Hopefully when we get there, she'll just disappear.
Johnny, I want to play the slots. Can you spot me $40?
All those old tags like to play bingo and shit. That's what you see at the casinos down here. You go in there, it's all old blue hairs sitting at the fucking slot machines.
Smoking. Blowing their grandkids' inheritance. Giving it away to the fucking nasty fucking Indians. Fucking filth of the earth.
What are your thoughts on that, Leonard?
Why can't Trump, these treaties that we have with the American Indians, why can't Trump just tear them up and say, fuck you, go get a job?
He just may after he gets reelected. He just might
Why do we have to honor these treaties
Or pay the taxes.
with Indians? It's not like the Indians have an army and they could do anything about it. Let's just
Yeah, they lost.
You know how
The
much
loser
those
doesn't-
casinos bring in? Oof, I can't even imagine how much money they bring in down here. The Seminole Indian Casino.
Oh, yeah.
They got it made.
Well, now that the Supreme Court made it legal for sports books to be in all 50 states, hopefully we can fucking put these Indians out of business.
That's why we got that sponsor for us, the Serving Ace, who reached out to me the other day.
We got to find a place to put to bet.
ServingAce.com.
What's that?
It's they sponsor the podcast.
Oh.
They do online, picks for people that want, who gamble.
Oh. But they're not a book.
No.
We have
They help you beat the bookie.
We need to find. I got a bookie basher.
Same kind of thing, exactly. But they're out of the UK. They branched over to the United States.
Yeah, we need to find a sports book around here in Florida.
They'll be up soon. Don't worry.
Well, no, they're not going to be this year. Closest state is Mississippi that's going to have legal sports book.
Well, you're around the country. You can fucking.
Yeah, but I want to bet every week on my.
Well, if you weren't such a fucking crybaby, you'd be in Vegas with us that weekend.
Well,
who does Michigan play that weekend?
I don't know. That's week 2 or 3.
Isn't the first week Labor Day, which is
September 2nd is the first week.
Labor Day is September 3rd.
Right. Or 4th. 3rd or 4th.
Monday the 3rd.
Okay.
No, because the 2nd's a Saturday.
So it must be the first.
No.
Don't forget, some teams have off.
If we weren't such jackasses, we'd just go on our phones and fucking Google it.
Michigan opens up with Notre Dame. Then their next 2 non-conference games are weak. Western Michigan and Southern Methodist University.
Don't you like how he wore that shirt today for you?
Yeah.
To subliminally
Thanks, Big Rob.
subliminally kiss your ass.
Do you like SMU, Lenny?
Monday is the 3rd.
Yeah, when they had Eric Dickerson.
And Craig James.
Yes, can't forget Craig James. Yeah,
The Pony Express.
devastating.
Those guys were all getting paid.
Actually, one of my coworkers today had a Michigan shirt on with Tom Brady and Michigan tennis shoes. He's not even a Michigan fan. And he's like, looked at me. I was like, what the hell? What a coincidence.
Patriots guy?
No, Rutgers.
Oh.
Jersey.
That's
guy.
why Adam Harper likes the Patriots, because he's from Michigan. He liked Tom Brady.
Oh.
So instead of liking the Lions, I guess.
Yeah, but who the hell liked Tom Brady at Michigan?
Exactly.
Nobody.
He beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. A lot of
What?
people like him.
What round was he drafted in again?
7th.
Hey,
What
man.
was wrong was Jamarcus Russell drafted in Brad.
Probably 1st.
That purple drink.
Central Florida, right?
LSU.
Oh, yeah. He had talent, man. That guy could probably throw a football 80 yards.
That's all he could do.
On his knees.
He couldn't make a completion.
Would you call him a spear chucker?
Yes, I don't believe Warren Moon is the only true good black quarterback, period.
What about the guy that won the Super Bowl, Doug Williams, for the Redskins?
Shit, the Redskins defense won that in their running game.
Randall Cunningham?
He sucked.
No, Doug Williams. Alabama A&M, Doug Williams.
Just like the Dolphins defense.
Only black
in
person to
72.
win the Super Bowl at quarterback.
Vince Young.
Doug Williams. Yeah.
Steve McNair. I mean, look at the list. Dante Culpepper. Byron Leftwich. Cordell Stewart. Once you see
Cordell
1 year of
Stewart's a
film,
homo and a Pittsburgh
yeah, they
guy.
caught him with a. Well, he was not a homo. They caught him in downtown Pittsburgh with a tranny, a black tranny, when he was playing with the Steelers.
Yeah, he's a homo.
It's not a homo because that's something I
Because so are you.
I don't think so.
And
that tranny scene
technically,
in downtown Pittsburgh still the best I've ever seen. Circa 1989 with the thigh-high boots. I couldn't believe it when someone says, "Those are all dudes." I said, "I can't believe it." There's like 30 of them walking.
so the last time you were up there, did you get one? Did you
No, I
partake?
didn't go downtown, but
That was only, what, 2 years
when
ago?
I went up in the 90s, I took my grandmother's Geo Prism, I believe.
God.
The fuck did you fit into that?
And I went to one's house and Tranny's house, and I dropped her off. The checkerboard hats of the Pittsburgh police converged on my car, looked at my license. Said, "Hey, Mr. Florida, we don't play that game like they do in Florida." He goes, "I'm going to throw your ass in jail." He goes, "I'm going to impound your grandmother's car. You think we'll like that?" "Now get the fuck home," he told me. I said, "Yes, sir." There's like 20 of them.
That's going to happen in Las Vegas.
No, because I'm not going to have a Geo Prism. I'll be
Okay, yeah. Minus the Geo Prism.
I'll have some GOG HB.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
We'll see what happens.
Watch us end up on that TV show Live PD. You ever watch that?
Yeah, I'd love to.
What do you mean you'd love to?
Yeah. Oh, my God. You got bail money in there.
Not really. not really.
What are you telling me, Brad?
We don't have enough.
Probably
We don't have enough bail
24-hour
money.
court in Vegas.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. There's plenty more freaks out there, Leonard. They're not going to worry about
No,
you.
if I gotta stay, I'll stay there and go live in front of Jay Cutler's property.
Jay Cutler can bail you out.
Yeah.
Wonder if Jay Cutler has.
He might be locked up during the expo.
I wonder if Jay.
If you guys see us at the expo without Lenny, he's in jail.
Yeah.
And he won't be getting let out till Monday.
Or I'm with a 10-10-10.
That's why you never get arrested on a Friday, because you won't get out till Monday.
Speaking from experience?
No.
You guys remember those Bo Jackson cross trainers circa like 1990?
Yeah.
Another one using the word circa.
I'll bet you Jay Cutler has a pair of those. Those were sweet.
Yeah, big shoe collector.
Don't be jealous, Leonard. You wish you had that many shoes, too.
No, I wish I had as many trannies as him. He needs to come clean. What do you think he's out in Vegas for? Like, he's never been with one? I heard he's a big porn addict. I mean, he's always looking at porn.
So what? What do you
Well,
give a
if
shit?
you're looking at porn, you're looking at trannies.
He's also what? How many times, Mr. Olympia?
7.
It was
He's
some
doing
of the
pretty well
shows
for
were
himself.
fixed.
And he dances.
Horrible
He
physique.
dances, too, Leonard. You should
Oh,
try.
I believe it. I believe it.
Well, he's a fairy.
Wait. Lenny, who did you say dances? 3 people.
My father told me, if you look at history, that's what he says, I don't ever see you dancing. Who danced? Women, slaves, and faggots.
Oh, my God.
And he was right. Men don't go out there and dance like that.
You look at today's African American culture, a lot of it originated in the slave barn, jumping around, singing and dancing, carrying on and whatnot.
Well, it just proves how happy they were. What are they bitching about slavery for? They're having a good old
No,
time.
they had it made.
They had it made. You fucking idiots. 2 of you. See, you love saying shit to trigger
Well, they
people.
did.
No, come on.
You take a guy like me or Jay, if we were black back in the day,
Getting
we'd be
whipped.
breeders. They'd have women lined up for us to bust a load into them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes, they would, because we're the biggest, tallest guys. You want the biggest, strongest slaves.
That's how their dicks got so big, inbreeding.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well,
Where
the
the
reason, and I think, I'm sure of this, that people want to say their dicks are bigger or the women's ass is bigger because on their continent, before the white men basically saved them and went over there was mass starvation, and the bigger the dick, the easier for it to impregnate a woman. And obviously the woman having a big ass with a starvation, they're going to hold a lot of calories in there because there's a limited supply. Therefore, that's why they have the bigger butts. But the
Is this
dick
part of
thing
your
comes with-
evolution theory?
Yes, evolution.
He's got a point. I mean, look at these kids that grew up on food stamps that are pro athletes, straight out of the ghetto.
pisses me off, actually. I don't like...
And then you got
Like
white
so-and-so.
pansies with all the fucking, comforts of life. They can't compete with them.
And then their parents are stupid enough to put them on a vegan diet as a toddler, and they underdeveloped everywhere. Brain, too.
Somebody like LeBron James can put on muscle pushing a lawnmower.
Although the guy, you look online, they're gonna get the goods on him, Mr. PED himself. That guy does more juice than me and Jay combined. Trust me.
You think so?
Yes.
HGH.
It's gonna. Oh yes, he does. Big
I
time.
think he does HGH.
He does everything because there's no testing for it. There's not rigorous.
Well, he's going to be 35. When the fuck's he going to slow down?
Right.
He just had his best year ever.
Yeah, it's very coincidental. It's
Yeah, but the
Barry
East
Bonds.
sucks.
He's got to carry a team, too.
Anybody who knows anything about the NBA, the East sucks.
It's like when you look
And now
at
they're really going to suck.
when you look at baseball during the steroid era. Usually, when guys hit 35, 36 years old, their career's over. The guys like Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa, as soon as they hit their late 30s, they start hitting 60 home runs a year. That was the red flag.
But that
Well,
the steroids saved baseball, though.
the
Absolutely.
a pitcher's arm supplies the majority of the energy to put that ball out of the ballpark.
Mass times... Go ahead. Say yours.
So when the pitchers were juicing and throwing harder, it was easier to hit a home run.
Good point.
That energy doesn't go away. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It just changes form.
What's your equation?
Force equals mass times acceleration.
Just like a fast running back or wide receiver getting hit by a fast defensive player,
So
they want to look at concussions and injuries. It's because of that too.
yeah, so if you've got a fastball coming in at 100 as opposed to 92, if you can make contact that fastball coming in at 100 is going to go farther.
Do you ever go in a batting cage with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball?
Fuck no.
It's like you got to fucking swing before that thing.
As soon as it
Oh,
leaves
it's horrible.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that's to me, especially that one Marlin that got hit in the face. That takes guts getting into it.
Remember when Randy
he plays
Johnson
for the
killed
Yankees
that
now.
fucking seagull?
Yeah.
They still throw 100 now. Some guys still can.
Yes, and they can intimidate you easily.
It's usually the closers that have the heat, right?
Yeah, Chapman on the Yankees. Adonis Chapman.
Imagine you get hit in the eye socket with a 90.
They break your bone.
I'd rather
Like
get
Dan
hit on a-
I'd
rather get hit on a football field.
on the Marlins, like he was
Yes,
talking about
to
last
me,
year.
that would shake me up.
Cornelius should start throwing baseballs to restructure Dale's skeletal system.
What's even worse is when a batter hits a line drive that hits the pitcher in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Don't-
Duck quick.
Well, that's why the pros never went to the aluminum bat.
Right.
That College World Series is annoying with the sound of that bat.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch college softball, the chicks, compared to College World Series baseball.
What's up with them? They're so aggressive, and the speed of which. What is it with these women so aggressive these days versus 20 years ago?
Well, they're eating
we
a
went
lot
to
of
school in
pussy.
the 80s. That's true, but do you think it's the porn? Women, because women never watched porn until now.
What do you mean? What?
Women did not watch porn movies, even back in the days of the VHS cassettes.
So you're saying women are stronger or faster now because
they're looking at porn just like young men are, yes.
What do you think, Billy?
That's really retarded. But I like it.
It has something to do with it. I mean, they know every disgusting, filthy perversion now. I hear young girls talk. And it's just like, it's nothing to them.
Lenny, what's an Alabama Hot Pocket?
It's when
I see Jay listen to the
girl
last
shits.
podcast.
a girl takes a shit and then you stick it in her vagina and then you fuck her.
Oh my God!
I wouldn't
for real?
recommend it.
I didn't listen to the last
you didn't?
podcast. No,
It sounds like a
Yes,
very,
you did. You lying
no,
fuck.
I didn't. I just had people telling me about the Lonesome Loser bullshit.
Oh, so you get scared. Tell the bedroom bullshitter to unblock me.
Who's that?
IG Insta Josh. You still have your account private?
Yeah.
Does Lenny carry no liability forms on him at all times?
If someone wants to challenge me to a fight, yeah. And I'm up for it.
Those things are worthless. You can't give someone consent to hurt you.
It is true.
Is that why you get all tough, Jay?
I don't think you're supposed to say mulatto anymore.
Oh, really? Is that another one? Why?
I don't know. Supposedly it's offensive to biracial people.
So what are you supposed to say?
Biracial.
Mixed.
No, mixed is only for dogs.
To tell you the truth, I mean, I might have teased a kid like that, but you don't have any control over that. It's like
None of
guys
us
with
do.
physical deformities, you're born like that. It can't make
No,
fun.
kids don't want to be born mulatto. It's not their fault. It's the fucking mother, the whore.
Except for Obama, look what it did for him. Made him the president of the United States.
You know when
Case closed. If he was fully black or fully white, he would not have been president.
you know what
Comes Jay
bothers
here,
me.
and now up, Jay, misogynist masters.
You know when people say Obama is half white, I get offended over that because if you take a glass of white milk and take a big shit in it, is it half white milk? Is it half white? Is it half milk? You gonna drink it? No, it's 100% shit.
I drink it if it comes from a fucking
You shit in a glass of
can.
milk. It's not half milk.
Your chocolate syrup analogy might have been a little better.
Yeah, the first time you told us that one, you said if you take a tiny bit of chocolate syrup.
Oh, if you put chocolate syrup into a glass of milk
Even
Right.
if there's a drop.
and stir it up,
You now have chocolate milk.
there is absolutely no white milk left in that glass. That's true.
But looking at Obama, I can see the shit analogy. What a piece of shit he was, apologizing to the Japs for nuclear attack when those filthy bastards were cutting GIs open in tents just for their meat, cutting them alive so they could eat, cutting the flesh right off their body, throwing it into a fucking ditch alive.
Cannibals?
Well,
Where'd you see this?
that's online. That's a known fact.
The
In the
Japs,
prison camps, they cut you right up, they throw you on the table, hack the meat off you, and throw you in a ditch alive. Then they'd cook up that meat. And he wants to go and apologize to those
Japs
filthy
ate it?
savages? Oh, yes.
Nate's people.
Right.
He's Korean.
That was
Same thing.
That was the first eating challenge.
Yeah.
You're splitting hairs when you say Jap Korean.
So right
Same
into a
thing.
fucking ditch alive. With half your every meat on your body chopped off. And he wants to go and apologize. Those people, most of them had a painless death, by the way. Except for the ones that got affected by the radiation.
When it's all said and done, he'll have dismantled Obama's entire legacy.
Well, it needs to be. Still, because hearing people say, I wish he were still president. Oh, my God.
Well, it's been fun.
Ask Lenny and the Bully if they ever used Superdraw back in the day. I have bottles of it for the Bully if he wants them to break the over 50 record.
Oh, really? What is that chemically?
Also, thanks for the motivation from Lenny for exposing third place cookie cutters
That was
like
a-
Dale
that-
Chance.
Good shit.
Superdraw was not an anabolic, wasn't it? Not a peptide. What's the word? Where you could buy it at the store, wasn't it?
It was a pro-hormone. It's
Pro-hormone.
one of the top orals. It
So
has great characteristics.
what's
Have
it
you,
turned in?
so have either of you tried it?
I've never done
I've
it.
tried it.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't get the water retention. You get the size, the strength. And you get a sex drive boost from that. Strange.
Really?
It's a designer steroid. If you're going to send it to the bedroom bully. It will definitely help. And I've seen cycles online where guys
I'll give it a
actually
try. What's
get
that guy's
It's-
name? Let's
that's
give him a
good
shout
shit.
out.
He has my number.
That is
I'll give it to you.
good stuff.
If it increases your sex,
I'm not gonna fucking name his name, Jay.
I'm interested in increasing my sex drive.
Yeah.
Does it cause
I
hair
look at
loss?
Brad?
What are the side effects?
Ask Synthol Mark. He took it and he was benching 455 for 8 on a Smith machine in a month. And he was doing
Smith machine reps don't count.
Yeah, but when you put 150 pounds on a month.
I would have loved to have seen Mark max out. He would always use an amount of weight where he can do
He
10
was
or
doing
12 reps.
365 for the nicest set of 10 you could imagine.
Perfect form.
Arms up and down.
I remember him benching that on a regular bench.
Yeah, he was
On the
carrying
regular
it over,
incline. Yeah.
Is he at Planet Fitness? You see him?
No, he's over at the one closer to Boynton now. We sort of lost Mark. He's out of touch.
He came on the podcast.
Yeah.
I never listened to it.
He was
Was
good.
he ever confronted about his masturbation?
Of course. Go back and listen. Yeah. We talked about everything.
Confronted about his masturbation.
But what about you?
Hey, Mark, we're all going to happy hour today. You want to go? No, guys, got plans.
Confronted about his masturbation.
That guy had an excuse ready if you ever asked him anything.
Sounds like somebody I know.
No, I just agree. Then I back out.
You're a flip-flopper.
That's not really a flip-flop.
You just didn't give it enough thought. You should think about shit more before you jump the gun.
Brad, on that topic, I'm actually interested. You've had relationships with women. Do you still masturbate on the side, or do you get the urge to?
I think everyone.
Yeah, of course.
What do you masturbate
You kind of
to?
feel like you're getting away with something.
Why are you doing that with like you're interviewing me, passing the mic to me? I have a mic in front of my
So
face.
I get a response.
Why do you want to know that shit? Who cares?
When do you do
Learning.
it?
Why? Let's ask each other when we fucking jerk off.
Anything is,
Who
is
cares?
learning. Learning is.
Like,
one
why
of
do you
the-
want to know that shit?
It's good topic. It's educational.
No, it's not. Who gives a fuck?
Very much. It's very educational.
I'll bet you jerk off when she works till 9 at night.
See, he wants to know because he's
You
got
actually-
a thing for
Did
me.
you ever jerk off and think about her, fantasize about
Most
her
guys
doing
don't
something?
think about their girlfriends or wives when they.
How about doing something that you normally wouldn't do?
Oh, like fuck her in the ass.
I don't answer questions on Mondays.
It's funny. Jay was ready to go home and leave the podcast and call it a night. And as soon as we start talking about Brad's sex life, Jay is totally
Oh, he's all perked up now.
right.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought
Here we
of
go.
licking asshole while you masturbated? I know you haven't done it. Have you ever fantasized about it?
No.
Would you be willing to watch an ass-licking video and masturbate and then talk to us about it next week?
Like my ass licking video with Vera.
Gross.
What are you giving him an assignment?
Yes.
Like a teacher.
Homework.
No thanks. You two
We're all
fucking pigs.
gonna watch an ass-licking video and beat off.
Why you're sick? Why do you care what another man watches to jerk off?
It's like a
I
dog.
want to see if
looking
I
at
have something
pork
wrong.
chop.
If there's something wrong with me. Am I
There's a lot wrong with
I
you.
think every guy sneaks in a nut when their girlfriend's away. What do you do with the cum rag? You got to hide it. You don't want her finding it.
Better yet, if he asked the three of us if we ever masturbate thinking about Brad's
It's standing in the corner. I'll bring it to you next time I see you. What'd you say?
Girls
If any of
get
us have ever masturbated,
girls get
thinking about
offended
Brad's
if they
women.
find out you jacked off. Oh, I'm
want
not
me to
good
ask
enough for
you that?
you. I'm not pleasing you. I don't turn you on.
Well, it's a good ploy because then she'll try harder to please you.
Well, you have put
It'll
on a
work in
few
your
pounds,
favor.
baby.
Well, you don't do it like you used to, honey.
Well, you want me to ask you about Linda? You didn't answer the question when I asked you before. She walked out on you mid-blowjob.
Yeah, no, I didn't get my nut.
What did you say that pissed her off?
I remember if you don't.
I told her to ride me, and she got all offended
See,
because
he fucking remembers.
I told her to ride me
Why would she get mad at that?
because she knows how lazy I am. She wanted to be fucked real good.
You can't fuck her good from the bottom?
Well, no, I just want to lay there and chill out. She wanted a real good fucking, like me on top, and I get out too winded.
Oh my god.
How do you not kill her when you're on top of her?
Yeah, if my triceps give out, I could kill her.
Have you ever fallen on her and smushed her?
Sweat dripping in her eyes.
Oh, you big stinky fucking animal.
You know, when I do her from behind, she's very gifted at rotating her pelvis when I try and get a thumb in her ass. She hides the dumper.
Just
I like putting a thumb in the ass from behind. But they get all weird. They rotate their pelvis to hide it.
she doesn't like it. They don't have a prostate like us.
Oh, so you like it.
No.
That was a Freudian slip if I've ever heard one. Look at Leonard's face.
I stuck a power bar up at 10's ass and the keys
A power bar?
and ate it right out, one of those old school power bars. And she says, "Ooh, what are you doing?" I put it in, it came right back out. Like a $1 bill, and you put it in a
Hey,
vending
listen,
machine.
we're going to the Keys in a couple weeks. That shit ain't happening. I don't
It
want to see
probably
that.
tastes
crap.
a little better warmed up.
What do you mean it's not happening? What is this, a Freudian
I'll
slip?
fucking leave you down
It's
there.
like
and
you're
drive
like
right
Jay
back
now,
out.
saying all this is going to happen.
I don't
Brad's
want
going to back out.
I'm going to be complaining about me shooting insulin, eating flying steak, and
Are we
messing
going?
around with
Are we going to
trannies.
the same spot that you've been before? On the fishing trip.
I have no fucking idea.
Oh,
I don't
you
even
don't?
have that still on.
Oh, okay.
Who's
You know.
going?
Me, Lou, and Lenny.
For me, I think it's going to be a puking trip.
Probably will be.
I don't believe that shit's going to work.
No, I'm gonna go when I go to the doctor tomorrow. I'm gonna request those patches.
He's
too.
got him.
Yeah,
Just take Dramamine.
that knocks me out though.
Does it?
Yeah, I guess they have a non-drowsy
Why don't
one
you-
like that.
Take your own advice and not be a pussy.
That's right. I won't be. That's why I'm going. Leonard, you can stick fucking power bars up trannies' asses all day.
I'm telling you, it'll probably taste better warmed up. You know, the coating would get a little warm and melted.
I enjoyed it, to tell you the truth.
Jesus Christ.
So what song are we going out to tonight?
What did we say before? Jesus Christ.
I know a good
mind's-
tune.
my
that
mind's
you-
shot.
I know a good tune that I like is 8 words.
What?
The old. You ever see that show? One of my favorite shows in the '80s, a Saturday afternoon. At the end of the show, the closing song to This Week in Baseball.
Oh, sure. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Right.
Yep.
One of my favorite shows
Yep.
from the '80s.
Absolutely.
Go ahead. Closing theme to This Week in Baseball. No.
What was the name of
Words,
the guy
but it's a very catchy.
who narrated it? The one who
Mel
died.
Allen.
Correct.
I love that
Yeah,
show.
The
he was
old
great.
Yankees, and he had a great voice.
Oh man, it was great. Actually,
This
I
one
made,
says it's 9 fucking minutes.
I made. Well, it's
Would that be right?
you'll hear a few minutes of it, and it goes into stuff that we haven't heard before. But the first couple notes are we've heard before. I'm actually thinking about posing it to next year's Ruby.
Fucking 9
At
minutes.
400 pounds.
It can't be 9
Ripped.
minutes. It's probably only a minute.
Now,
and a
there's
half or
stuff you
2
haven't
minutes.
heard, but the first couple minutes will be fine.
It's the first few bars that everyone knows.
It's a great song, very motivating.
You'll recognize it when you hear it.
A great, clean '80s show.
Here comes the air conditioning.
No perversion at all.
You're lucky I just had it fixed yesterday. Otherwise, you'd be dying.
Oh, you've been out?
I had a Freon leak outside the house.
What a pain in the ass.
It always happens this
Slow
time of
Freon
year,
leak.
too.
Yep.
You know, Dale's got a climate-controlled hunting pod.
There's not a. You never see Dale with a bead of sweat in his life. He doesn't know what it means to sweat.
Did his boss have to get him a golf cart at work?
Probably.
A little segue.
Yeah, one of those little scooters. Yeah.
Well, thanks for showing up tonight, Bully, and facing the
Jay.
music. So we can hold you accountable for being a fucking
Jay,
flake.
were you pissed off when you heard the last podcast?
I didn't listen to it.
No.
Everyone just told me.
The Lonesome Loser stuff?
I did not. I haven't listened to a podcast in ages.
Well, thanks a lot.
The Lonesome Loser. It's okay.
LL Cool.
No, I
J.
can't be mad at Lenny for anything he says because I've thrown him under the bus on numerous occasions.
You
And
throw
it
us all
helps
under
me.
the bus.
Exactly.
You need to be thrown under a bus. You need to be thrown under a tan so she sits on your face
Builds thick
for
skin.
an hour.
The bully is the bully.
That'll get you back on track. Nice little face sitting from a tan that's 6'2", 180, and thick as a brick with 10 inches.
Well, at least you live up to your name.
The bedroom bullshitter?
Both, yeah, and the bully.
Play your little
He called me the other morning and real quick. He's like, I think I went off on all you guys last night on a live.
I think I challenged you to a boxing match.
I was fucking dying.
He said some things about my boss that are kind of deplorable.
About your balls? Or balls?
Same
balls.
thing. My boss with balls.
I deleted that thread, so I can't go back and read them.
Don't worry, they re-uploaded on YouTube.
No, he's talking about our group text chat that we have
Right, you
going.
guys need to do a new group text without me.
My boss seen some
told you that.
quinoa and some fish the other day, and he went to reach for a water. There wasn't any left there. He's in the bathroom. He's like, "What the fuck? Let me drink a fucking case of water every fucking day? There's other people here, god damn it!" Yeah, he went nuts. I don't blame him. He had quinoa in his mouth, and there's no other water. And he goes, "Plus, I have my gallon in my cooler bag." He goes, "And you brought your own fucking gallon? God damn it,
Why does
Lenny!"
quinoa make you thirsty?
That and salmon, no water. And he went, "He's just not there. I'm drinking a fucking case of
God, I'd
that."
be ripped if I lived on quinoa and salmon.
When are you going to go on a diet? What's your goals for this 50 bench? What are you doing now? Are you just blowing smoke up people's asses, or are you going to flake out of this one too?
Right, I'm backing out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what? That you will be 50 at the Arnold Classic, and they're going to have some at the Arnold Classic. So maybe that's a good time for you to do it. Make your announcement now.
So what are you gonna do to get?
I got to go do a practice meet. I can't just show up first time and then bench meet.
Are you looking to lose weight, or are you gonna stay?
No, I
at your weight?
can't. Because the record that I can break is in the super heavyweight. If I got smaller, the records are more difficult.
What's the super?
Andrew
heavyweight?
Calora didn't do a practice meet.
The world record in the over 50 raw, which is no bench shirt, is 540.
But how much weight for yourself? How much
Oh,
you have
anything
to weigh?
over 308 is super heavy.
So you can go down to 308.
I go down to 309. Now, the world record for the 308,
You probably look good 30 pounds less.
yeah, I'm 335. The world record for the 308, which is the next weight class down, is more. It's like 565. And then you go down to the next weight class below that, 275. It's even better. The world record's like 580.
Because most of those guys at 50 are a fat fuck.
Thank you, Lenny.
Was that a Freudian slip when you said you'll look good 30 pounds lighter?
Yeah,
Brad?
he was kind of romancing me there. He's trying to interview everybody.
Well, 30 pounds lighter off of,
This gets a response from Brad. He's like, he can't ignore
All
me.
right,
Go like
all
this. I
right,
noticed
all right,
that.
all right, all right.
I love the quality of these Michael Jordan shirts.
Thanks, Big Rob.
They're the best in the fucking
They're
world.
cool and they allow me to breathe.
Cool.
No,
You
they're cool as
invent
far
that
as
term.
getting, while I'm
Yeah,
waiting
we
for a
know.
bus for an hour in the fucking
Well,
heat.
because it's 100% cotton. There's no bullshit in there.
I actually get people on Lake Worth Road shouting, "Hey, Big Lenny," to me. Porch monkeys, no less.
Well,
Maybe you'll find one to breed with.
there's some good ones out there.
I was
course.
thinking that the way to cure racism, and I may not agree with this, and others certainly won't, sitting at the table, is to every white man to go ahead and screw a porch monkey, and therefore everybody's will be a mulatto, and there'll be no more racism.
That's happening against our will right now as we speak.
It is, but if you get everyone's mind right, it may not be a bad thing.
In 1,000 years, there'll be one race.
Yeah, you're
Try to
probably
get
right.
their minds right.
The Spanish are outbreeding everybody.
And they have low quality genes for the most part.
See, the
They really
Asian-
do.
You know, in the United,
It's the truth. Physically, look at those Guatemalans. I see them all the time.
The Spanish
up there.
are going to take over this country because they are outbreeding us at an alarming rate, and they're actually doing a good job parenting because there's only 2 ethnic groups in the United States that are raising their kids with 2 parents. That's the Asians and the Spanish. Everyone else is single-parent household.
And I tell you what, they work their ass off.
Yeah.
In the summertime, when I see a lot of the landscapers come out in the neighborhoods, they have their whole family with them. They put them to work. Those kids don't sit at home on video games.
This is going to be a Spanish country. It's not going to be a Muslim country. It's going to be Spanish.
Uno cerveza por favor.
Hey, they are hard workers.
Yeah.
That's what Hitler said.
Jesus. About Spanish?
They were supposed to be the laborers for the
Third
white
Reich?
race. For the white race.
Really?
The Third Reich, he wanted to encompass all white races and have the lower classes of laborers.
All right, Jay. Thanks for not flaking tonight, buddy. When are we going to see you again?
I almost did. I fell asleep because I'm growing. And I didn't.
You know, because you shot insulin like me.
I woke up at 6:15 and I was like, Brad will never let me live this down.
Nope. All right, good. Well, that's it. And that's
Thank you, New World Nutrition, my sponsor. Thank you, Adam McLeod. No, thank you, Brad. We did a very half-hearted effort at Christina.
Leonard, I had enough shit to do.
Very
I was
half. That
fucking-
should have been top priority. It would have been mine.
All right, well, maybe we'll
I want
set
to meet
something
up with your beard butter guy.
Huntsville, Adam?
Yeah.
Beard butter.
You have his number.
I just thought about him because Linda was folding my clothes and I saw those Michigan socks he sent me.
Stashco.com.
Huntsville,
shit.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Look out. Big J's coming.
Here we go.
That's it.
Saturday afternoon.
Is anyone singing? Leonard will.
Just think of Dale Chance on stage doing a side chest, going into a side tricep, front abs.
With his arm in a sling.
A neck brace.
Can you show up to the Ruby with a neck brace? What do you think, Jay?
Nolan Ryan with the slow motion 98-mile-an-hour fastballs for the Houston Astros in the Astrodome.
That guy was a badass man.
Yes.
Remember when someone charged a mound on him and he beat the fuck out of him?
The redneck.
I love that. Baseball players don't have any code. The unwritten laws are getting trampled on.
There's too many bean eaters in baseball
And
now.
they just unload the benches.
The bat flip thing, it's out of control.
They're all trying to one-up each other with it now.
Back in the old days, guys used to lower their cap so they wouldn't even make eye contact with the pitcher when they went around the bases. Because they knew if they did, next time they were getting the beat off.
Bob Gibson was putting right between your numbers.
Yeah. Remember Gaylord Perry going like this?
Yeah.
With the freaking Vaseline. The first time he did that,
all
they
you
should have fucking
Vaseline
singled him out for it. That fuck. How about the icon in Gaylord Perry?
Great song.
You think so?
This brings back childhood.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Put you right to sleep.
So, yeah, so well, the game put me to sleep. It was always after the show they had a game on.
It's normally not this long. It usually goes like a minute and a half.
All right.
Great posing
Good
music.
night, Maniacs.